It's not a game. I'm not a robot, and I challenge you. I'm not a phantom. I'm in your face, and I'm here to see it through. Right before your eyes, words just multiply. Got to memorize. It's time. Eyes of power grow. Try to stop the show. Life that will go dry. Stop So you know that we out there, swatting lines in the making. Yeah, move fast, we not breaking. Can't hold on our life for change. And our voices ring out there. Took the mask off to be free. Falling out in the debris. Now we know that love will change. And in a shade, I'm not a big man of you, really not mine. I'm just as real as, I'm just as dangerous as you, so know you're fine. Needs of your man, fight in every breath, fight inside your head, your heart. And I'm a grateful brain, try to fight in vain. You're invaluable, And you know we were out there, swatting lines in the making. Going hard for the taking. Can't hold on our life for change. And our voices ring out here. Took the mask off to be free. Falling out in the debris. Now we know that love will change.
Here we go, off the rails. Don't you know it's time to raise our sails? It's freedom like you never knew. Don't need bags or a pass. Say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say my hat is off to you. Oh, we can zoom all the way to the moon from this great wide wacky world. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. It's time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. And if the dark clouds start to swirl, don't feel a shed a tear, 'cause I'll be your one-up girl. So let's all jump up super high, high up in the sky. There's no power up like dancing. You know that you're my superstar. No one else can take me this far. I'm flipping the switch. Get ready for this song. Let's do the Odyssey. Odyssey, yes, see. 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 Odyssey, Odyssey. Spin the wheel, take a chance. Every journey starts a new romance. A new world's calling out to you. Take a turn off the path. Find a new addition to the cast. You know that any captain needs a crew. Take it in stride as you move side to side. They're just different points of view. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. Come on and jump up in the air. Jump without a care. Jump up 'cause you know that I'll be there. And if you find you're short on joy, don't fret, just don't forget that you're still a one-up boy. So go on, straighten up your cap. Let your toes begin to tap. This rhythm is a power tune. Don't forget you're the superstar. No one else can make it this far. But go through that stash. Now you've got panache. Oh, let's do the Odyssey. It's time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. And if the dark clouds start to swirl, don't fear, don't shed a tear, 'cause I'll be your one-up girl. Now listen, all you boys and girls all around the world, don't be afraid to get up and move. You know that we're all superstars. We're the ones who made it this far. Put a smile on that face. There's no time to waste, so let's do the Odyssey.
All right, what is up, everyone? OG over here from Player Essence. Welcome back to another Player Essence Cross Nintendo. We're at episode 160. I want to thank you guys for being on this ride for so long at this point. Some of you guys, probably almost none of you guys, have been here since the first episode of Player Essence Cross Nintendo. So we are on our way to 200 episodes at some point this year. So that's crazy that I've been able to do this as long as I've been able to do it. So thank you guys, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, but before, can we stop slandering Fire Emblem Three Houses in the chat? Can we stop with the slander? You get all three paths in the game. Nintendo doesn't hide DLC in plain sight. If something's DLC, they will state it's DLC. If something isn't DLC, it won't be DLC. So Nintendo's not going to say, oh, there's three paths in Fire Emblem, and oh, by the way, you have to pay for it, and not telling us at all. Nintendo's never done that from what I understand, even with Fire Emblem. So I don't know why some people are trying to put the slander out there, like, oh, I hope we don't have to pay for the... Dude, they literally told us in the direct, here are the three paths. Whenever there's DLC, they tell us, this is DLC. You know what I'm saying? They particularly tell us that you're getting DLC here, and you have to pay for this. They never say, oh, well, later, oh, you have to pay for it. They've never done that in the history from what I've been covering Nintendo. So enough with the slander. Like, I've been hearing this go around, and people keep on spreading this crap as if it's true. It's like, I hope we don't have to pay for the other pass. Like, what the hell? Nintendo never said that you did. They said, here's the game. Here's what you pay for. This is $60. That's the game. They said nothing about DLC. Yes, it's slander. Yes. Tell that the Fates. Nintendo told us from the very beginning that there was 2 different games and that you're going to have to pay for those 2 separate games. They told us from the very beginning that every single direct that they talked about that game, how there's 2 separate games and you have to pay for those. They also told us about the DLC as well, that you'd have to pay for that. Anything extra, season passes, they always told us. They never said, here's the game and we're detailing the game in a direct, then said, you have to pay for this right now and then. Never did that. Never did that. Never did that. Having questions isn't slander. Look, Aaron, calm down, okay? I know you get all crazy about this type of stuff. Chillax, okay? You guys are making it seem as if I'm saying this like the actual definition of slander. It's a slang term that people use when you're talking bad about something and you want to say it in more of a joking manner. Chill, guys. Jesus Christ. Blandrew says it all the time. Like, what's this slander about this? And that's when people just, even like if they criticize something and call it slander. You know what I'm saying? So chill. Fates was free to play up until... oh, well, look, listen, guys. I'm telling you guys right now, it's not about asking questions. It's about what was the facts, okay? It's not about, oh, well, it's up in there. There's no hoping or maybe. I will guarantee you guys 100% that all 3 paths in the game are what you get, because Nintendo detailed that in the description of the game, and they didn't say anything about DLC. That's against the Federal Trade Commission, by the way, okay? To put in your official description and your listings, and you don't list that this part or that part, that's against the FTC, and Nintendo could be fined a lot of money for doing that. So that would be breaking the rules hardcore if you do that. By the way, just letting you guys know, by the way, in your official descriptions, you have to list if something is separate and it costs money and all of that. So yeah, letting you guys know. But to slander this pizza, you didn't know slander was a slang. You didn't know. Well, now you know. So yeah, tomorrow's Spawncast should be fun. Yeah, it should be really fun. Hopefully Dreamcast guy doesn't hate me anymore, or I know he hated me before, but hopefully he doesn't still hate me. I'm sorry, Dreamcast guy. I'll make sure to say sorry once I see him. I think he might have just had a bad day that day and he got mad at me, but I think we're okay now. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's get into the shout outs here. Shout outs to everybody who's here. Thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate that. Hopefully I cleared up Fire Emblem 3 houses for you guys. Hopefully you guys understand what's going on here. Trust me, your $60 will get you that full. Now, here's the thing. I still think Fire Emblem 3 houses is going to have DLC. You're just going to be able to play the whole 3 paths and all that within the game without paying extra. All right. So let's go and let's get into it here. What's up to Mystery? How's it going? Slander some pizza. Let's go. Deadlock. What's good? Let's see. Obadale. What's good? Rich Otaku's. What's good? VC's here. What's good? J2 Blues here. What's good? Shout out to Elite Ninja J2 Blue. Elite Ninja Jetty Plus. Shout outs to Macaroon. What's good? I'm going with my waifu, the first one. I think it's like the Black Eagles. Something like that. Knock Fox. What's good? Dreamcast guy blocked me on Twitter, but he might have unblocked me. I'm not sure if he did. No, but I think it's cool. I think he was just having a bad day, so he got mad at me when I was making jokes about the whole Piranha Plant thing. But I think we're cool now. I think it's okay. Tyler Epic says, "Players, I wanted to buy a shirt, and I noticed the lack of baby gorilla size. Haha, baby gorilla size. Oh, I guess there's not like a large enough one. Is that it? Yo, Fairy Tiger, what's good? Shout out to Elite Ninja, Fairy Tiger, co-captain of the Viking Nation. Good to see you here. Suzumi's here. What's good? Abaddon is here. What's good? I'm mad. This needed to be cleared up. Yeah, I know. Well, you just have to clear things up. I mean, I think after Fates and all that, some people are just paranoid. But yeah, I mean, I don't see why like people would not understand this. If Nintendo clearly says when DLC is DLC, they'll say it. They wouldn't say, oh, you have 3 paths. And then wait. In the official description, date the game, give the game out like with the press releases, and then not list DLC on any of that. And then people are, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen to us. Maybe we have to pay for it. Like that. That's really bad. Nintendo's never done that before. Let's see here. I don't know what you're saying. The silent treatment for. Yo, Yorkshire Dad. What's up, Yorkshire Dad? Thank you for this. The host of six hosting dudes, or 6 dudes from your channel. I'm new at this Twitch thing. Please forgive me. Thank you for hosting. I do appreciate that. Welcome to the stream, all of you raiders. Yeah, there you go. Raiders, welcome to the stream, guys. We're going to be talking about a lot of cool stuff. This is the Elite Ninja Village of Player Essence. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Fresh off some Daemon X Machina, I had my demo, my prototype missions demo review. And this is the reason why I don't listen to a bunch of people crying on Twitter about things. Like, the first thing I saw Kofi say, this game is freaking garbage. Everything sucks. The controls are horrible. The frame rate's trash. Frame rate's not good in some places. But he was like, oh, this is so horrible. And then I played the game. I'm like, dude, this game's actually freaking pretty fun. What are you talking about, you know? So I think maybe some people aren't used to mech games. That's what I kind of thought about when I was looking at some of the people that are just saying, oh, it controls clunky. It's not. I'm like, no, they're probably just not used to mech games. Not saying that they can't improve the controls, but just probably not used to mech games. It was one of the most fluid and good controlling mech games that I've played. So anyway, so we had that on the channel. So make sure you guys check out my Daemon Cross Machina review, prototype missions review, and it's a prototype. So I mean, there's still got a lot of work to do. Give them the feedback. I thought it was pretty good for an early prototype of the game, or like they still got many more months to work on the game. You know, excuse me. So yeah, it should be good. You said the frame rate's okay. That's a effing lie. That's not a effing lie, Caesar. The frame rate is choppy when there's bigger enemies on the screen. The frame rate gets a little choppy, which I stated that in my review. That the frame rate gets a little choppy, but when you're playing through the game normally, the frame rate looks like it's hovering right around 30 frames per second, or a little bit above that, you know, or sorry, a little bit below, right around 30 frames or so. So the frame rate for a prototype is fine, which they're going to improve. It's not running like at 17 frames per second like freaking Assassin's Creed 3 on the freaking Wii U. It's not running at like 17 or 15 frames per second. It's running much better than that. I've played games with much worse frame rates. Heck, Mass Effect 1 had some pretty trash frame rates at times. And overall, I'd say, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? They could have made it better, obviously. So it's a lie? No, I don't lie. And don't accuse me of lying when I have my review up on there. Please do not accuse me of ethics and lying. That's not a lie. So please don't putting that in all caps like that. Please don't make it seem as if I'm trying to lie to my consumers or my users, lie to the consumers out there about the game. I'm not lying about anything. So chillax with that, my man. So no, not a lie. And I said that in the review. I said, oh, there's some parts where it's a bit choppy here and there, but overall, I thought it played okay. Okay, you don't mean me. Okay, good. I'm glad that you don't mean me. Thank you for that. Let's see here. I played Banjo-Tooie. The frame rate, the frame rate is nothing. Yeah. You can't say the shooting in Daemon. What's wrong with the shooting in Daemon Cross Machina? The shooting's fine to me. You press the button, they shoot the guns. It's auto lock too. So if it's in the target, it auto locks. Or you can press the L button to shoot missiles. What's wrong with it? I don't get that. I played in handheld mode too, and it's I don't know what the resolution's at or anything, but it seemed to be, it's fine. I mean, it's on a small screen. You know, it's not the greatest resolution in the world, but it's not horrible at all. Let's see. Game It Up says, bro, you give most games on Switch a pass. You want to prove that? How do I give most games on Switch a pass? And how is it a pass? Is this a full release, or is this a demo? Did you watch my review? Where am I giving it a pass? I said it's a prototype. It can get better. I said it's a bit choppy, but I said overall it was okay. I said it's not running like at 17 frames per second like Assassin's Creed on the Wii U, which did not get a pass from me. So you want to clarify yourself? What am I giving a pass for? When I criticized it, I said, yeah, it's a bit choppy here and there. What am I criticizing? Please let me know. Let me know. Well, he's Game It Up says that I'm giving most Switch games a pass, and tell me all the Switch games that I've given a pass to. Let me know all the Switch games. You said I give most Switch games a pass, so there's been like, I've probably talked about maybe, in terms of reviews, I've pretty much reviewed or talked about every single game. So tell me all the Switch games that I'm giving a pass. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let's keep on moving while Game It Up lets me know all the Switch games that I gave a pass. Said Parsons, this is why we give feedback. And I gave good feedback on there. I said that they can make the controls a little bit better for those who haven't played the game yet, or for those who aren't as familiar with mech games. I said that they can improve the frame rate. I said all those things. So I want to know where it's getting a pass. I want to know where it's at. I said, you got mad at me a year ago for Sushi Striker and gave it. No, I didn't get mad at you a year ago for Sushi Striker. I said that if it's not worth 50, then I said, don't buy it. What do you mean give it? Why are people making up their definitions of giving a pass? Sushi Striker, from what it's reviewed, the game is okay. You talked about the price of the game. I said, then don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? But I played the demo. I said, it's an okay game. It's just not for me. So what game? And that's not most. You named one game. So where are all these most games? Stop cherry picking. You said Sushi Striker and I gave it a pass. What did I say? Let me know. Get out of here with that BS. VC, nah, none of that, please. Will do all good. Please don't time me out or ban me. Will do all good. But please don't time me out or ban me. I'm not going to time you out or ban me. This is a conversation where I interact with my users, where I talk with you guys, and you guys can have direct discussion with me about my content, about what I say or what I do. So this is what I do on these PE live streams, especially Players Cross Nintendo, where we can go over things, a variety of different topics, because we're on for 2 hours. So I have no problem engaging in conversation. But what I don't like to hear is when people make up stuff or when people cherry pick. That's what I don't like to hear. There is no most. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't get it. So I don't understand why, if you're gonna say something like that, then at least be able to back it up. If you're gonna say I give most Switch games a pass, then start listing all the Switch games I've given a pass. Let me know so I can fix it. This is feedback time. Let me know so I can fix it. Let me know. Maybe it's just me. The last shooter I played was Doom, which isn't anything like Daemon Cross Machina. Doom feels like a badass, and then it feels like a weird pea shooter simulator. I don't know why you would think it feels like a weird pea shooter simulator, and I don't know why you're comparing a mech action game to freaking Doom. But hey, man, go ahead. You can't fly. In Daemon Cross Machina, you can fly and you can customize a bunch of different weapons and you can do all this cool stuff in the air. Doom guy, you're just a lame dude on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I can just say it like that. Oh well, Doom, you're just a guy on the ground with a gun. Whereas in Daemon X Machina, you can fly into the air, you can shoot missiles, you can do all sorts. You can take down huge mechs. I mean, why is there even the comparison between these two games? He's trolling. Don't give him attention. I'm done giving him. I'm done. I'm done. He obviously has nothing else to say, and he has a blank avatar, so I'm not giving him. That was his. That was his clout coin for the day. Let's move on here. You can find all that, but the guns don't feel strong at all. I feel like it needs some feedback or sound or something. Okay, well then you let him know. Let him know about that if you feel that way. Doom is awesome. Yeah, I know Doom is awesome. Nobody said the game was bad. I'm saying that they're comparing. I'm saying that he's comparing two games that probably shouldn't be compared against each other. Oh, well, the last shooting game I could play, you're a dude on the ground shooting a gun. It's a first-person shooter compared to a mech game. Like, I don't even know why there's a comparison between the two. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's like me saying, yeah, like, oh, well, Doom, the last game I played, let's just say Daemon Cross Machina comes out, and then I play that game. And then I say, okay, let me try out Doom. And I'm like, oh, man, this guy's just on the ground the whole time. Like, why can't he fly into the air? It's like, oh, this guy feels so grounded. He doesn't have, it's like, you shouldn't be comparing a mech game. In my opinion, you should be comparing a mech game and the mechanics for shooting compared to Doom. Like, it's just two completely different things. That's all I'm trying to say. Most people's complaints are the speed, are due not to upgrading their equipment. Yeah, that's the one thing, that if you don't upgrade your equipment, then it feels slower than what it was. Because like the first missions that I was playing, it feels slower, and then if you keep on playing the missions and you upgrade your equipment, it gets quicker. You know, so yeah, that's also it as well. You can go into the what's it called, the options, and you can change the rumble, by the way. But I'm done talking about Doom versus Daemon Cross Machina, so I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Let's see here. Deadlock7 says, how would you say it compares to something like Zone of Enders, in your opinion? Zone of Enders is like a I would say that's more like a action heavy mech game. This is more of like, if this makes any sense, a realistic moving mech game. I don't know how to describe it, but Zone of Enders feels to me like a Devil May Cry type of mech game, and this game doesn't feel like. This one feels more like if you were to play like a real like cool like Mobile Suit Gundam game, you know. So definitely different styles of that, you know. So yeah, definitely different styles. Well, I mean, yes, you can upgrade your guns. I don't know. I mean, they told you in the demo that you could upgrade your guns. So I don't know why you don't know that you can upgrade your guns and you can upgrade your equipment. It's literally right there in the demo. They tell you you can pick up new equipment and do that. In the hangar, you can upgrade, like you can change your weapon. They literally tell you that you can upgrade your person, and they can, like, it's right there. They tell you. Well, Assassin's Creed 3 says looks muddy with frame drops. I don't care about it. We're not talking about Assassin's Creed 3. Stop tagging me with random stuff, BC. Aaron says, I've seen some videos of Democrats where people are moving very fast. People just play for 3 minutes without getting into the demo. Yeah, well, they play for just a little bit and then they don't realize that there's more to it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw people saying that it was slow and clunky, I was like, huh, that's not how it looked from like the gameplay that they were showing off and the equipment and upgrade. Let me play it myself. So then when I started playing, I was like, oh, it's not slow and clunky at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I don't care about Assassin's Creed like 3. I mean, I want to play Liberation, but I don't care about the remaster of Assassin's Creed 3 like that. Like I don't care to talk about it. So like who cares? Like if you want to play it on PS, if the Switch version is horrible just by the trailer and then it's going to be trash, it's going to be the worst thing. The frame rate's horrible. It looks muddy. The game's just trash. And I mean, like if you already know everything, then don't buy it. Like I'm not a big fan of people complaining like 5 months before a game comes out. People already complaining about something. Just like wait till it comes out. If it's bad when the game comes out, if it's horrible and it's trash as money, then say it. If it's not, I mean, we're still months before the game comes out. Wait till the game comes out, then talk about it in that way. Like who cares? It's an old game. Like who cares? Like, do people really care about Assassin's Creed 3? Do people really care about Assassin's Creed 3 like that? I mean, I don't think anybody cares, but I mean, if you do, if you want to complain about it, go ahead, go ahead, complain. You know. Anyway, let's see here. So personally, from what I played, the demo was fun. All right, let's go and get into the content, guys. So Nintendo Direct recap. We've got a lot of different stuff to recap in this Nintendo Direct. For those who have not seen it, I'm pretty sure most of you guys saw it. We all talked about the Direct and what it did and blah, 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 and the good moments from there. But, I mean, we're going to talk about the hype cap. So, we're going to talk about you guys' most, like, hyped games for it. If you guys had a top 5, so this is you guys' opportunity. Like, you guys were making your own video. You know what I'm saying? You guys got, like, Ninja Essence out there. You know, the ninja out there making your video. If you had top 5 hype announcements from this, you know, kind of like how I did my video, what were your top 5 hype announcements and why? Or what were some of your hype announcements and why? Let me hear them. Let me hear your top 5, guys, and why. Let's see here. Do you think Nintendo Direct delay was to finish the demos? I don't know. I don't know about that. I have no idea if it was or not, to be honest. Let's see here. Most Assassin's Creed fans don't like 3 anyway. Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, all I'm saying is, guys, is just wait till the game comes out. Just wait till the game comes out. It's Assassin's Creed Remastered. It's probably going to run better than the Wii U version. I'm pretty sure it's going to hover right around 30 frames per second, and it'll be fine. I'm pretty sure it will just be okay when the game it'll be okay. It's an old remaster. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's not worth complaining about. And it's hell not worth spending time on right now. Like, instead of getting you guys' thoughts. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts on the Nintendo Direct and what were your top 5 hype announcements from there. And let's talk about more better stuff than Assassin's Creed. I don't want to, like, who cares? Let's see here. We'll talk about the Salt in just a bit. We're talking about the Nintendo Direct first, my man. VC says, my top 5 from the Direct in order is Link's Awakening, Mario Maker 2, Oninaki, Dragon Quest Rivals, and Hellblade. Where the hell is Astral Chain? This list is fraudulent. This is a fraud. I'm sorry, VC. I know I can mess with you, so I'm going to call this list out for being fraudulent. Fraudulent list number 1. This man out here got Dragon Quest Rivals, which wasn't even part of the Nintendo Direct for North America. And you're talking about a mobile game with microtransactions, more hype than Astral, a brand new. I get the. How is a mobile game that wasn't even announced during our Direct more hype than Astral Chain? Have you lost your mind? I can understand Super Mario Maker. I can understand the normal games, but you mentioned a game that wasn't even our Direct that's littered with microtransactions, and you can't even understand the language. What is this? No, I'm sorry, I can't accept that. Jumpmon says Astral. What the hell is Astral Protection? That's the official. Oh, never mind. I probably shouldn't say that. Number 4 was Fire Emblem's 3 Houses. Number 3 was Room Factory 4 and 5. Number 2, Link's Awakening, and number 1, Super Mario Maker 2. Okay, not a bad list. I was impressed with Bloodstain. We've seen Bloodstain a million times. I've already played it. People actually aren't sleeping on Astral Chain. Astral Chain was easily one of the most, if not the most, buzzed about game outside of like Legend of Zelda. Like on Twitter, it actually caught one of the Twitter moments. You know what I'm saying? I see you, VC, where you said Astral Chain is number 6. The Twitter moments caught Astral Chain on Gematsu. That was the most talked about game on Gematsu, and we'll talk about the Salt in just a bit. So that was one of the most talked about games. People were looking up Astral Chain PS4. Like if you go on your search engine, heck, we can do it right now. If you go on Google and if you look up one of the things is Astral Chain PS4, you know, that pops up. People looking at seeing if it's trying to come to the PS4. Let's see here. Naiko says a player says Astral Chain, Mario Maker 2, Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, Dragon Quest Definitive Edition, Yoshi's Demo. Nindy Gamer says Yoshi's Crafted World, Mario Maker, Astral Chain, Dragon Quest 11S. See, that's another fraud. How do you have Dragon Quest Rivals over Dragon Quest 11S, VC? Link's Awakening remake. This man out here putting microtransaction card games in Japan, Japanese only microtransaction card games over Dragon Quest 11S. What? Bruh. Aron says Astral Chain, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Dragon Quest Builders 2, Link's Awakening, and Damien Cross Machina Demo. That's a good list. That's a good list, Aron. I like that list. Deadlock 7 says top 5, Astral Chain, Yoshi's Demo, Mario Maker 2, Damien Cross Machina Demo, Link's Awakening, and the 6th one would be the wild card of Hellbent. Although VC, I'll give you props. I will give you props on the Oninaki one. I mean, that one's being slept on by. I think that's the game that's actually being slept on by a lot of people is the Oninaki, not like Astral Chain. You got let's see, you got no idea how fun it is, and there's no microtransactions I need. But still, you putting up a microtransaction out game than a brand new IP from Platinum Games, like a brand new full game. Like that is a bigger announcement than a microtransaction Japanese only Dragon Quest card game. I mean, come on, man. J Doll Love Money says Zelda, Link's Awakening, Astral Chain, Dragon Quest Builders 2, Dragon Quest 11S, Mario Maker 2, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Okay, very good list, J Doll Love or J Love Dollar. I'm just gonna call you J. J Love. I'm tired of pronouncing the whole thing. Matthew Hammond says player assets, Mario Maker 2, Link's Awakening, Astral Chain, Final Fantasy, Yoshi. Okay, I still need to play. I'm gonna play Yoshi probably this weekend, and I'll have like impressions for you guys, like my own like demo review for you guys. I'm guessing that it's extremely polished though, because the game's actually done. That's probably the final, like pretty much the final build of the game. Zelda's biggest fan says I can't wait for all these people who want these exclusives elsewhere. It's gonna tickle me. Yeah, we'll see. Zelda's biggest fan. Alonzo Vines says Link's Awakening, Final Fantasy 9, Astral Chain, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and Mario Maker 2. Okay. You guys have some good thoughts, man. Shout outs to the good conversation here, guys. And thank you for everybody here who's joining me. If you're someone new, make sure you subscribe as well. Guys, hit that like button. Let's see if we can get to 200 viewers. Well, I don't know if we're going to get to 200 viewers tonight. But let's see if we can definitely get some more Twitter followers. So if you're not following me, please follow me on Player Essence at Twitter. On Twitter, go ahead and follow me there. Let's keep it going. My favorite is Mario Maker 2, Link's Awakening, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Astral Chain, and Final Fantasy 9/Tetris 99. Okay, have you won any of the Tetris 99s yet, Dank Meme Center? Like, have you have you like anybody who has Tetris 99 on their list? Have you guys won like the Tetris Royale or whatever? Damien Leakey says, I totally forgot about Oninaki. Yeah, exactly. It's being slept on, dude. Oninaki's definitely being slept on just a little bit. Yeah, definitely. Deadlock 7 says, but in fairness, the director was so good. At a top 5 is hard. That's true. That's true. Zelda's biggest fan since Setsuna was mediocre and Lost Sphere I only heard was bad and never played it. Oni is gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, or is it gonna be bad as in good bad? Which one? You said bad as in like I don't know what type of bad you're talking about. Like you know Michael Jackson. I'm bad, which was actually cool, you know. Let's see here. Chrono says, Fire Emblem, Astral Chain, David Cross Machina, Oninaki. Okay, we got another Oninaki sighting. Let's go. Room Factory. I've seen some people bring in Room Factory. A lot of Room Factories going in here. So nice. Let's see. Yes, Mama Mercy would definitely be happy with the Room Factory 5 announcement, SOC content. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gunslinger says Astral Chain, Link's Awakening, it's HD remake. Okay, that tripped me up by the name. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Oh, I think that's the first time anybody mentioned that. Like that, they showed off. Who's the chick that showed off at the beginning? Was it God, what's her name? You guys let me know in the chat. But yeah, that was really cool. I just forgot. My mind went blank real quick. Astral Chain looks dope. Yeah, it looks pretty dope. I cannot do 5. There are 10. Okay, tell me you're 10. Tell me you're 10. NoFan79 says came in 11th place about 20 times on Tetris 99. Really addicting and fun game. Yeah, it is really addicting because you can just hop right in. A lot of times you get bodied right at the beginning, then you hop right out, then you hop right back in. But I guess that game's been data mined and there's more modes coming to that game. So probably modes to where you can play against your friends and stuff like that. Let's see here. Dave Gaming says Legend of Zelda, the remake, Astral Chain, Mario Maker 2, Fire Emblem, 3 Houses, Daemon Cross Machina, and Oninaki is 6. Okay, nice. Because we love Room Factory. You guys love Captain Marvel. There we go. Captain Marvel. Yo, what's up, Ogechuku and Wenye? How you doing today, my man? VC says, notice how absolutely no one's looking forward to Disney Tsum Tsum. Yeah, of course nobody's looking forward to that. That's not like a hardcore gamer's game, but I can guarantee you that like children were probably looking forward to it. I mean, I don't think anybody was looking forward to Dragon Quest Rivals on a microtransactions mobile game either, my man. So you're the only one who listed that. It's a game for kids. I mean, obviously you guys, none of us are like little children, so it's a game for. So why would anybody list that on their top games, dude? Let's see here. Surprised Hellboy can run on the Switch. Is it Unreal Engine 4? No, I'm not surprised. And yes, it's Unreal Engine 4. Andre Sorrell. Although I was a little surprised that the game came over. Not that the game can run, but the game came over. I just didn't think it would because of Ninja Theory and all that. Let's see here. Matthew says, not my Captain Marvel. Hashtag Shazam DC. Is that not how Captain Marvel's supposed to look? Andre Sorrell says, Astral Chain, watched the trailer about 50 times. Yeah, I did. I'm actually probably going to do an analysis of the trailer, too. Just like a full analysis of the trailer as well. With Astral Chain. That game looks... Oh, man, the name is good. The graphics are good. The art style is good. The action is good. Dude, I don't really see anything... I mean, like, I know it's just a trailer, but that is probably one of the most impressive trailers and games that I've seen in a long time. And I don't really say that about trailers. I don't really say that at all about, like, I don't ever say, oh my god, like a trailer, like outside of like maybe like Breath of the Wild. Like Super Mario Odyssey, I was like, oh yeah, it looks great, Xenoblade, I'm like, oh yeah, Xenoblade. But I was more like the direct presentations. But that trailer, like the music, oh my gosh, the music and how they oh man, it was dope, dude. It was really good. But I'm a huge Platinum Games fanboy. So I mean, really anything that Platinum Games make, I eat up. I mean, I love Platinum Games. I love all their games. I've played and beat every single Platinum Games title there is. Every single one I've played and beat. So, I mean, dating all the way back. Heck, you can even go back to when they were Clover. I've beaten all the Clover games, back when they were with Capcom, the genesis of Platinum Games. So, I mean, I just love their studio, man. So that's probably my favorite, outside of like Monolith Soft and Intelligent Systems. Platinum Games is probably like my third favorite studio, man. Even Legend of Korra. Yes, unfortunately, I beat Legend of Korra. That's not a very good game. I actually like the anime, like, the Airbender and all that stuff. I mean, I got into that and I played it. I beat Ninja Turtles too. I beat that crappy Ninja Turtles game. I beat Transformers, Ninja Turtles. I beat all their licensed games, the 3 licensed games that they did. I beat all those. Transformers Devastation. I did. I played the played all those. Yeah, they're not very good. Although I would say Transformers Devastation is probably the best one out of all of them. So yeah, even Star Fox Zero. It's right there. It's right there. Yeah. Let's see here. Nigel Sims says Astral Chain, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Damon Cross Machina, Damon Cross Monica. Yo. Oh my gosh. Your Messi says, I'm sub through Patreon. Can I cancel that and sub with Twitch Prime instead? If you want to, you can. If you want to, you're a Messi. Yeah, you can do. If you want to, you can. It's up to you. Zelda's biggest fan says, player since I have Bayo 1 and 2, and I only really played 1, which I beat. 2 barely started and got burnt out. You got burnt out on Bayonetta. How do you get burnt out on Bayonetta 2? That doesn't even make sense. That game is amazing and takes you like, it throws so many new and different things at you and so much different weapons and items and stuff that you can do and combat options. How do you get burnt out? The game's not long either. The game's like you can beat it in like maybe 15 hours, 10 to 15 hours, depending on how good you are at the game. I mean, it's not even like it's a long game. You can beat it in like 2 or 3 sittings. Let's see here. What's up, Black God? How you doing today, my man? Yo, what's up, Abaddon? It says Link's Awakening. People are really hyped about that Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening is not my favorite Zelda game. So, or it's not even near my favorite Zelda game. So that's why I mean, it's cool and I'm gonna get it. Like, I'm gonna cop it easy. Like, cop easy. But yeah. Let's see here. Dropping Final Fantasy 9 after the direct was cool. In fairness, the price isn't that bad. It's only €1 more than what it is on Steam, and a remaster of sorts with the HD, etc. I mean, it just depends. I mean, if you feel it's too expensive, you can always wait. To some people that were saying it's too expensive. So I've beat all of Platinum games that were actually released. My man. Let's see here. Yeah, another special ed to yeah, exactly. Special edition. Damien Cross, Monica. Can't wait for that DLC, man. Monica, she's pretty crazy. Let's see here. What's up, OJ? On break at work watching your stream. Shoutouts, man. Understandable. My favorite Game Boy. It's my favorite Zelda Game Boy game. Yeah, I wasn't huge on the Zelda game. Like Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, and all that. Like I played those, and I didn't like them when I was a kid. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, like I love these games or anything. So yeah. I'm disappointed how short Kingdom Hearts 3 is. Hopefully Kingdom Hearts 4 is longer. Bro, you need to stop worrying about Kingdom Hearts at this point. Kingdom Hearts 4. Do you see how long it took them to make Kingdom Hearts 3? Chillax and enjoy Kingdom Hearts 3. Replay the game on the harder difficulty or something. Or 100% the game. Stop complaining. This is the game that you guys were like, Kingdom Hearts! Oh! You guys are all going crazy about this game. Don't complain about it. Just don't complain. Just play the game. No, I'm joking. You can complain all you want to. But isn't there like some extra stuff that you can do in the game? Isn't there like 100% or something like that? Get the platinum trophy in the game. Matthew Hammond says, player since the original Captain Marvel was Shazam, Captain Marvel trademark was allowed to lapse and Marvel bought it. DC purchased the comic book company responsible for Captain Marvel. Okay, yeah, I don't care about all that stuff. That's why I didn't know. I know, man. I screwed up. I should have played the game in between. Now I'm lost forever in my game collection. Oh, that's unfortunate. You can always play it though. Sock Contest says the guy who's doing Bayo 3 left platinum. Any info on who's taking over? Probably Kuroda. She's the one that she was also one of the executive producers of Bayonetta 1 and 2. If you remember, if you watch my video, which maybe some of you guys didn't see, but if you watch my video where I talked about today's video on the developer leaving, I had the Nintendo Wii U Direct with or Bayonetta 2 Direct, and Kuroda was standing right next to Hashimoto, the guy that left. So I would probably say she would be the one that might take over directing, or if not, Hideki Kamiya would just pick up directing, because he was already a special advisor to the game. Let's see, I did play on the hardest difficulty. Okay, well then get all the trophies then. Let's see here. Maybe my nostalgia goggles, but I really freaking love Phantom Hourglass. You do? Really freaking love Phantom Hourglass? Okay. Okay, that's cool, Urameshi. Yeah, that's cool, my man. Is it Resident Evil 4 confirmed for the Switch later this year? Yeah, it's confirmed for 2019. I'm in my lunch watching you. Link's Awakening is one of my favorite Legend of Zelda games. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talk about Link's Awakening being one of their favorites. Let's see. I love the claymation art style of Zelda. Is it claymation? I hope Pokemon take notes on the power of the Switch. Let's Go looks good, but I feel like there was untapped potential for Pokemon 2019. Yeah, I think Let's Go looks that way because it's Let's Go. I think the next Pokemon game is gonna look a lot better. Let's see here. Love Empath. This person's are you for or against there being a relationship element to Fire Emblem Three Houses? I'm for it, but if you're against it, that's fine. I'm fine with whatever they do. I need to wait and see it first. They always do like I like the relationship stuff, like where you can have like kids and like those kids can come help you fight. That's one of my favorite things about Fire Emblem. I missed your comment. Retype your comment. Please. Let's see here. Person's maybe he'll form his own company. Maybe. I talked about it in my video. So if you want me to get more of my thoughts on, I mean, that's not one of the topics here, guys. So if you want more of my thoughts on it, check out my video that I made. Let's see here. Why do people call Zelda 2D? It's not really 2D, is it? No, it's called like it's over the head, but there's 2D parts in that Zelda game in particular. Let's see here. Hypecap is so good. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of all of it. It's not, but it's not really. I mean, it's not really 2D, but it's like the way the game is designed can be like that. But it's like simulated. It's not like a 3D world. You can move around so like 2.5D, like Deadlock says. It's not really 2D, like where it's like all you can do is like move side to side because you can move around in a 3-directional area type of it, you know. So yeah. Yo, shout outs to Danny Skelling with the $20 Patreon pledge. Thank you so much, Danny. Welcome back. The soul of Pyra burns within you. Thank you so much for that $20 pledge via Patreon. I know we talked a bit about it, so I'm glad that you're enjoying the streams and you decide to continue supporting. So thank you, man. I appreciate the $20 pledge via Patreon. Thank you so much. Let's see here. I am going to change the rewards on that, Danny. So because like the whole Smash Lessons thing, we're going to change that to something else that's going to be good. So look forward to that. Let's see here. So now we have Chibi Link. Well, it's the same art style. Well, it's the same Link that we had, you know, back then. I mean, if he was a sprite, what would he look like with modern graphics? So yeah. Link's Awakening looks phenomenal. I don't know why people dislike the new style so much. I haven't seen as many people dislike it as much as those who do love the art style. I think people are just complaining. When the game comes out, they'll all go buy it. It's just something to complain about. I don't really think some people just don't like if the art style is not like freaking Breath of the Wild or something like that. You know, people are going to complain because he looks like a little cute Link. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look like a fearsome Breath of the Wild Link or anything like that. But people did the same amount of complaining with Wind Waker, and then Wind Waker came out, and then everybody bought the game on the GameCube. So I mean, like, I think it's going to be very similar to that. Why is everybody saying that when they first saw the Astral Chain trailer, they thought it was Xenoblade Chronicles 2? I don't know. It didn't look like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 to me. For some reason, it just didn't. I just knew it wasn't Xenoblade Chronicles, or sorry, Xenoblade Chronicles X2. Sorry, Xenoblade Chronicles X2. I knew it wasn't Xenoblade Chronicles X2 when I first saw it, because the scale of Xenoblade Chronicles X2, if they were to do it, they would make it to where it was like you saw like the freaking world. There would have been more. I just knew it wasn't Xenoblade Chronicles X2. I knew it wasn't that. Did I already cover Astral Chain? Not yet. We're still talking about other stuff. Reminded me of the art of Xenoblade X. I mean, I don't know. I just don't. I don't see it as the art of Xenoblade X. It doesn't look to me like Xenoblade X. I mean, I can see why people say that, but to me, it just doesn't look like that. But that's just me. I knew it wasn't a Monolith game. I knew it wasn't a Monolith game. Isn't ready yet. I knew it wasn't a Monolith game. Like I knew it was. We're gonna see Monolith's game, but it's not gonna be now. It's gonna be later. It's not gonna be at this point. So yeah. You know a game called Astral Chain, right? It's because the character is tethered to your ally with the Astral Chain. Thanks for telling me I was something. I already know. There's a chain. There's an Astral Chain, and yes, the damn name of it that they showed off in the trailer. Also, if you read the description, they talk about that with Legion. Legion's the name of the character with your Astral Chain. That cybernetic thing, you know, robot thing that they created to fight the enemies against there. Do you think the Astral Chain will have open world sections? I think it'll have like open-ended areas. Yeah, you can tell them at the end of the trailer. Yeah. Thoughts on Anthem? I don't really care about Anthem. All right, so let's move on to the next topic here, guys. We're gonna talk about Astral Chain and some of the salt. So one of the things that I saw, especially when Astral Chain was first announced, was that is this game coming to PlayStation 4? That's the first thing, because some people over on various different websites were asking if the game was going to come on the PS4. We're saying that it's stupid that this game is on there. Like they were upset because the Nier developer, who, you know, where, you know, some people, like I said, I'm not going to try to label everybody, but some people were upset about that because the person who, you know, the Nier, you know, Automata, like he's directing this game, and they feel that some people have this connection, like Nier is PlayStation brand. So the fact that Nintendo, it's unfair. And every single time, this is the thing that I don't like about games like Astral Chain, at least when games get announced like Astral Chain, every single time there's a Bayonetta or there's an Astral Chain, or there's like, I don't know, like even like Breath of the Wild, or just some type of game that just looks so good that's not on other systems. The first thing is, oh, well, now I have a reason to buy a Switch. That's that, or the same people. It seems like it's like the same people. Oh, now I'm going to go get a Switch. It's like, oh, you said that when Bayonetta 3, I'm going to go out there and get one. There's already enough games if you want to get one to get one. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you're talking about like Japanese games, there's already so many things that are coming. You know? So I just find it interesting that some people are upset. It's not quite Bayonetta 2. Nyko, Bayonetta 2 was nuts because Bayonetta 2 was a sequel to a game. It was exclusive when it was on the, you know, on the PS3 and the 360. So it's not quite that level, but I just find it interesting. It's like every single time, like they're asking, like, oh, well, you know, why is it exclusive and stuff like that? When Switch doesn't get so many, there's so many games that Switch doesn't get, and they don't give a damn. A lot of these people don't care if Switch gets this game or that game, third-party game or whatever, but then they'll complain when there's something like this. So I don't know. I just find that interesting. Let's see here. You know, my Switch has been gathering dust, but now I'm gonna find it to play Astral Chain. I don't know why your Switch has been gathering dust, dude. I've been playing Smash like crazy. Smash literally just came out. Let's see here. Players, those people want to see Nintendo fail. I think you meant fall. Oh, fall. Well, fall from grace. Fail. Okay, I see what you're saying. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. You said, oh, well, joking dojo. What type of, I don't know. You have to connect the joke to something. So you gotta, I mean, if there has to be some type of like way that you connected the joke, but there was no connection, Michael. So that's why I just said, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. My PS4 was gathering dust before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. Let's see here. Patrick Peterson says Switch fail. Xbox would fail first, in my opinion. Okay. My Switch has been gathering dust because I got to watch OJ. It's been gathering. Is that how it is, guys? You know what the funny thing is that my Switch and my Xbox and all my systems, they gather dust even when I play them. Sometimes they gather dust. My PS4, I played, what's it called the other day? I played what was it? What was that game? Dot Hack. I played Dot Hack the other night, and it was dusty. It was dusty. I played it, and it was dusty. I played my Xbox One. It was dusty too. It's still dusty. I play it. Well, sometimes my Switch gets a little dusty, and I play it all the time. So I mean, I understand. I get the expression, but I don't get it. Nier is PlayStation, despite the original being on the Xbox 360 and Automata being on Xbox One, PC, and PS4. Yeah, exactly. I don't get it. You haven't played your Halo since oh, so you don't. Null fan says I don't understand the hate. Oh, okay. Because since Breath of the Wild came out, I don't know. I think most people are cool with Switch. You know, based on how it's selling and everything. I think most people are cool and like the system and everything. It's just I think there's just some like people that are loud that like to kind of ruin it for everybody else. You know. So I mean, it is what it is. Astral Chain looks dope. It's exclusive. Nintendo's publishing it, so it's gonna be dope. Let's see here. Dust your room regularly so that doesn't happen. I know I need to I need to dust my room. Although I need to dust. I need to clean. I need to clean big time. I need to clean my house better and more. I mean, it's not a pigsty in here, but it's definitely like bachelor style type of house. You know what I'm saying? Like I got papers and stuff out there. Like I definitely need to like clean, like do a good job. Like clean it for real. Like I'm probably gonna clean it. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna clean it tonight. I gotta go to Walmart. I'm gonna get some supplies, and I'm just gonna clean everything. Like I'm gonna clean it really good. Not just like a normal old pickup stuff, vacuum. Okay, use a couple wipies and wipe down the counters. Not like because I do that. I mean the place is okay, but I mean actually like really deep clean like everything. So yeah. Yeah, declutter, exactly. Clean the filters, exactly. Yeah, all of that stuff, all that. Clean the filters. I'm gonna tidy up all this stuff over here. I mean, I have a reason to do it, but I'm not gonna tell you guys the reason why. But I mean, I have a reason to do it anyway. But yeah, I mean, like, I definitely gotta do that. Let's see here. There's just so much to buy on Switch for this year, and we still have E3 to go. Wow, awesome lineup already. Literally don't know how I can save money, be able to buy all the games. Yeah, you don't have to buy them all day one, guys. And I'm going to be dropping a video probably next week talking about like day one hype, you know, day one anticipation. Like, you don't have to go out there and buy every game day one. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go out there and purchase every game. Like, if I were you guys, here's the smart thing to do, guys. This is when we get into OJ's life lessons. That's coming from somebody, you know, who has been in you guys' positions, who's been young, not a lot of responsibilities, or, you know, college or less responsibilities, you know, living with parents. Nothing wrong with living with parents, by the way, when you're young. Nothing wrong with living with parents, even if you're older. But I mean, I've been in you guys' spot, and all I did was spend my money on video games. All I did when I was in college, all I did, even when I didn't have the money, I'd spend money on video games day one. I need to be part of the day one. Let me tell you young guys something. You don't need to do that. The video games don't disappear. The video games, I still haven't bought Kingdom Hearts 3, and that's fine. I don't need to rush out and go buy Kingdom Hearts 3. Only rush out there and go buy the games that you're ridiculously excited for. Now, I work in video games, guys, so I get review copies for stuff. So stuff like New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, I got a review copy from Nintendo. I'm not going to rush out and go buy that game. Games like Yoshi, I'm going to get a review copy. I'm not extremely excited or ridiculously excited for that game. I mean, I want to play it, but I'm not going to rush out there and go buy it. So if I didn't get a review code, I would probably just wait. I'd probably pick it up. I mean, sometimes like the Kirby games and Yoshi games, you can get those for cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's like, it's not something that you have to rush out and go buy every single time a game comes up. Like, play and beat the games that you've got. You know what I'm saying? Like, play and beat the games that you actually have. So, yeah. You know? Let's see here. Oh, the heavy clean. Gotcha. Yeah, Abaddon. We got to do the heavy clean, my man. Yeah, the heavy clean. The heavy clean. The deep heavy clean. People who I know never play games publicly / openly have Switches out now and they're hyped for new games coming. Are they really? People who never play games? That's interesting. Damian Leakey says, do you think summer is too packed with games? I mean, I think that it could be, yeah. I think that it definitely could be. I mean, thankfully, though, there's a lot of variety. Not everybody's going to buy every game. Obviously, I mean, people are hyped for Marvel Ultimate Alliance Day, but let's be real here, guys. That's not going to sell like 5 million copies or something like that. I mean, people are hyped for it, and it's a game coming out, but not a lot of Switch owners are going to rush out there and go buy Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. You know what I'm saying? So we're hyped for it, but not a lot of us are going to rush out there and go buy it. So, I mean, like, you have to think about it in that way. Yeah, there's a lot of games, but not everybody's going to go out there and spend their money on everything. And I think, I mean, compared to last year, a lot of people were complaining about last year's game lineup, you know? So, I mean, I rather have it this way than the other way, right? If you're going to have it one way. So, let's see here. Oh, Matthew Hammond calls me out. He says, players, do not buy games day one, as he interrupts his stream to buy Fire Emblem. Listen, I said only buy the games day one that you're extremely hyped to play. Did I not say that? I said buy the games that you're extremely hyped to play day one. Fire Emblem is my favorite franchise. Without Fire Emblem, I wouldn't be streaming right now. This wouldn't be happening. We wouldn't have met each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of this probably would have been happening, bro. I would have been working, probably, you know, doing some job, working corporate, working sales or some type of sales job. I probably would have been miserable. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of this would have even happened. I probably would have been like a manager for some type of sales company or something, because I would have been working at some company for like multiple years now, because this job or what I've been doing with Player Essence, it's the only reason why I've never wanted to, like, let's say get promote, or I've never, I guess, gotten promoted more or done more than I think maybe I could have done, because I've always had this in the back of my mind. You know what I'm saying? So like Fire Emblem it's different, man. It's a whole different beast. It's a whole different beast. Will Luigi be playable in Super Mario Maker 2? It seems like that. It seems like that, man. Based on the cover, at least. So yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 can definitely sell 500K to 1 million units in the month, physical and digital. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But I mean, it's not gonna sell like, you know, like it's not gonna sell like Mario Maker. It's not gonna sell like I don't think it's not gonna sell like Mario Maker over the summer. Or it's not gonna sell. I think Astral Chain's gonna destroy it and sell. I think Astral Chain's gonna sell a lot better too. So yeah. NemoCast says some feedback. Your responses can be a bit dismissive if we don't ask you like. I support my time and my money donated. It would be nice to spend some to spend dismissing mine. What am I dismissing of yours, NemoCast? What am I dismissing? What did I dismiss? Let me know. Depressed essence. And if I think something is, oh yeah, I agree with that, I'll say yeah, I agree with that. If I don't agree with it, I'll say no, I don't agree with it. That's why I told you guys, and it sounds like you're one of those people that I take the time, my time, and I appreciate you guys doing it, but I take my time answering all of you guys' questions, repeat answering questions, giving all of you guys the time, you know what I'm saying? And now you're trying to come back at me as if there's something wrong with me when I give an honest reaction or something back to you. I didn't call you names. I didn't dismiss anything. I'm simply giving you that. You know what I'm saying? But if you feel that's the way, you can go to other podcasts where they ignore, other streamers my size or more, where they literally ignore you, don't answer any of your questions unless you donate something or something like that. Or you can go to somebody else's podcast and do that. See, like, this is the type of stuff, like, I understand like you're giving feedback, but bro, I'm literally sitting here and talking to you guys and answering and having conversations with you this whole time and giving you my honest opinion. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. I appreciate you guys, and you guys know I appreciate it, but I hate when people come here who, I mean, like, sit there and say, oh, you're dismissing. It's like, nobody's dismissing you. We having a normal conversation, man. Like, whatever. Aron says, correction, I don't buy Western games day one. Most of them come to, unless you guys want me to be like, okay, yes, that's great. Okay, that's great. Okay, you want me to be fake? I mean, come on, man. Let's see, what's up, OJ? Looking fresh. New haircut? Yeah, new haircut. Well, the same haircut that I always get. I just got a haircut. Let's see here. Places. I just want all y'all to know everyone missed the Koopa driving car in Mario Maker 2 on the art. Okay. Huang says, places exactly. Not saying don't buy games day one at all. Only day one bit in games you will guarantee, like the games I bought day one on Switch were Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and Smash. Yeah, exactly. Hey, what's up, Velvet? What's up? Gunslinger says, has Ultimate Alliance franchise ever sold well? I mean, the first one did, yeah. The first one did. The second one sold like trash. And the Ultimate Alliance franchise, like where it came from, was from like the X-Men Legends and all that, and Apocalypse. All those games sold well enough, yeah. All those games sold well enough. But Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 sold like trash, and that's why this franchise stopped. That game sold like utter trash, and they actually marketed that one quite a bit. Did we talk about Joker in April in a few seconds of the character model we got? We haven't spoke about it at this point yet, but if you want to talk about it, feel free. He said, come on, Essence. I'm sorry, man, but it's just like, bro, like nobody's just like, if y'all have an opinion that disagrees with me, that's fine. Like I say, I'm like, oh no, I mean, I give you guys my honest opinion on what I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give you guys my honest opinion. I sit here, like, I'm not trying to say, I sit here and do all this for you guys. How dare this person? I'm not trying to say that. But what type of feedback are you trying to give? Like, tell me who, my size or more, sits there and answers questions every single day. Every single day answers questions. You know what I'm saying? And, like, generally says, yo, I love you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask me questions, do whatever. Every single day, like, who does that? Nobody's dismissing you at all. The fact that I'm talking to you guys like this is something that people my size or bigger don't do. They don't do it all. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Do you have any interest in Dead or Alive 6? Nah, not really. Not really. Mr. Pete, Mr. Pete finally with a profile picture. Says, I'm gonna have to pass on Ultimate Alliance. I thought the first two were meh. Okay, I mean I can understand, man, but I mean for me, what makes Marvel Ultimate Alliance really cool is just like playing with your buddies. Like that's the cool thing about Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Like I don't know if you play with friends, but if you play with like co-op with friends, dude, it's really cool. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 is meh. The first one's good. The second one's meh. But I mean, I think it's really fun with friends, man. Oh my gosh, dude, that picture sucks. Yeah, I looked at it right now too. Mr. Pete, that picture is trash. Never mind. That picture is garbage. Oh my gosh. Well, okay. So did you cover your thoughts on the director of Bayonetta 1 and 2 leaving Square? I don't think you meant leaving Square. You mean Platinum. And yeah, I already covered that. I mean, it's not a big deal, to be honest, at the end of the day. They just get somebody else to take their place. Let's see here. It takes work, so have some consideration, guys. OJ and I don't have the same viewpoints on games, and that's okay. Exactly. It's not dismissive. It's not dismissive. It's just, hey, you know, this is what I think. I'll give you my honest opinion. I might add another thing or two, but I'm not dismissing any of your points. And sometimes, I mean, obviously, Mr. Pete, why are you doing this? This man out here says, you said to get a profile picture. Yeah, I did say to get a profile picture, but I didn't say to get that That's not a picture. That's not a picture. That's simply just that's just a number. It's a 7 and an O and it's a percent. That's not a picture. Sorry, you gotta get it. Nope, that doesn't count. Doesn't count. Oh my gosh, doesn't count, dude. Excuse me. Shout outs to Mr. Pete, though. No, for real, though. Thank you, Mr. Pete, for the $2 donation. I do appreciate that. We'll get you up on the top, Stream Ninja. Astral Chain multiplayer, not OJ. I don't think it's gonna have multiplayer. No, I don't think so. If we go on, let's see if Nintendo actually tells us. But I think they said single player. But people were saying, oh man, it'd be cool if there's some co-op, you know? Never mind. Yeah, there's multiplayer. Yo, David Drayton with the Toby Buster! Let's go! David Drayton immediately overtaking Mr. Pete. 70% Pete. Pete and Pete. David Drayton with the $20 Toby Blaster. And says Untitled. You said something about Untitled Goose Game. Guys, Astral Chain has 2 players. It probably has 2-player co-op. I don't know if it has online. But it has 2-player co-op in the game. So yeah. Mr. Pete can't get a break. Mr. Pete's he's the homie. Shout out to David Drayton with the $20 donation. He says Goose Game of the Year. Hashtag 100% boys. Yo, let's go. Thank you, David Drayton. Shout outs to the sharpest, best looking man in the Ninja Village, David Drayton. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, David. Shout outs to David. Also, double trifecta. Weekly Top Ninja, once again Top Stream Ninja, and of course, the Stream Boss as well. So shout outs to David Drayton, man. Killing it. Thank you so much, David. I do appreciate the donation, man. I really do. I don't know the character well, but do you know what would have had in his hand that looked like a sword? Wait, what are you talking about, Urameshi? What are you talking about? Joker? Oh, Joker had like a dagger. It was like a dagger sword thingy in his hand. Like, so yeah. Hey, says David Drayton. Hey, let's see. I'm Brazilian. I very much liked Astral Chain. Well, wait a minute. What does Brazilian have to do with you liking Astral Chain? Or you just want to let everybody know that you're Brazilian? Shout outs to the Brazilians out there. Let's see. Michael O'Brien says, Koizumi hinted in the direct about the chain between the characters. It looks co-op. Yeah, it's co-op. Because it tells us it's co-op. Looks like it's gonna be local co-op, which is freaking dope, dude. But let's say I was gonna say I have nobody to play with. Maybe I might have somebody to play with. But yeah, cool, sounds good. Eileen Jimenez says, has that salt for Astral Chain filled up with the salt bottle yet? The salt, here's the thing, like, it wasn't as high as like Dragon Quest 11S. I mean, y'all want to talk about the Dragon Quest 11S salt? You guys want to read some comments live, dude? Let's read some comments live, dude. Oh, we got Salt Boys. We got Salt Boys in the house. Let's go. Okay, we got two articles on Dragon Quest 11S from Gamatsu. So let's go ahead. Let's read these Salt Boys live. All right, man. The Salt Boys live. So let's see here. We'll read the donation off, and then we'll go with the Salt Boys live. Let's see here. Matthew Hammond with that $2 donation says, "Thank you for not working a soul sucking corporation's gig and answering our questions." I like my profile picture of Hannah from from London Grammar. Yeah. How dare you guys? I don't want to work for a corporation. See, I'm in the West Coast, right? I'm in California. So I wouldn't be able to be doing this right. I wouldn't be able to provide you guys entertainment right now. You know what I'd be doing instead? I'd be at some soul-sucking job out there on the telephones doing sales and marketing, because that's the only type of job that I've usually had. So it would be boring. You know how much more boring all of our lives would be? Not just my life, but all of our lives would be without this live entertainment. Without this live entertainment for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I agree. Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's see here. All right. So I'm pretty sure a lot of us would probably say a lot of these things if it was the other way around too. But I still want to read the salt though. I still want to read this salt. It's always funny. Oh man, what's going on here? Oh, there you go. I was like, what's going on? It was just like, all right, so let's read. Let's go ahead and go a little bit. Is T-Dude here? Yo, is T-Dude here, dude? T-Dude showing up at Gamatsu. Is T-Dude here, man? Oh my gosh, man. Let's read. It's not all salt though, guys. Let's have a little bit. It's not all salt. It's some of it's like legit concerns. Some of it's legit concerns. So let's read some of this one. Sounds like a legit concern. Great news for Switch owners who have been looking forward to this. You will finally get to experience this great game. That being said, Square Enix should also make these contents available for purchase on the PS4 and Steam. I mean, it's only fair. These are contents us fans have been asking for, so if the only way to get them is having to buy another game system, another full-price copy, that is a slap in the face for everyone who decided to support the game day one. Okay. No sane person should endorse this practice. In my case, I bought the game at retail for PS4 and on Steam for PC because I believe the game deserves that support, and I wanted it to succeed. Should I be punished for choosing to support this game early instead of waiting it out like an opportunist? Nah, can't be. Only scums think that way. Okay, that is getting kind of crazy. I mean, it's if it's a matter of incentive to buy the Switch version, then being on the Switch alone should be enough incentive for those who wanted to play this game on the Switch. So basically, be happy that you're even getting this game, you scrub. Basically what he says right there. Let's be perfectly honest here. Even if the Switch version doesn't have any additional content, people who want the game on Switch would buy it. Despite its inferior graphics and performance, because at the end of the day, playing the game you want on your platform of choice is enough for satisfaction. It isn't right to keep all these contents exclusive to a platform and a multi-platform third-party title. Funnily enough, I hear complaints about third-party exclusivity being a valid practice often enough, and it is, but folks only seem to be interested in saying that when their platform of choice is at the short end of the stick, which Switch usually is. Well, let's hope I'm wrong. I'm wrong about that. Either way, do the right thing, Square Enix. Then T-Dude says, not happening. Nintendo of America and Europe is the publisher of this game for 2 countries. It's available only for the Nintendo Switch. So what do you guys think about what he had to say there? What do you guys think about that comment? Because I think that sums up what a lot of people are thinking. I mean, I have my own thoughts on what he said, but what do you guys think about that? Do you think that's fair what he said? And be honest. I don't care if I mean, obviously, you know, I agree with some things and I disagree with some things, but be honest about what you guys think. You know, when it comes, and I'll turn my alert box on, guys. So if there's any notifications that pop up or anything, what the hell? It'll pop up on the screen, okay, guys? So yeah, if we have anything, it'll pop up. I just activated it. All right, there we go. Let me test. Okay, I joined my own Ninja Village. All right, so Salt, you guys are Salt and Sugar. Places, your live streams helped me through some tough times. I appreciate your work. Thank you. I appreciate that, Urameshi. Thank you. It really blows me away how angry people get about games they don't like. Like, have you ever done your taxes? Do not purchase the games on day one. It all comes back full circle. Do not purchase the games, especially when you knew that the Switch version, you know, would be coming. I understand what he's trying to say here, and I get that, but I take a couple problems with this right here. Should I be punished for choosing to support this game early instead of waiting it out like an opportunist? Nah, can't be. Only scums think that way. It's not really an opportunist when you already knew that the Switch version was going to come later down the line. Now, I get it if, you know, it was unclear, but I don't think it's opportunist if you wanted to sit there and literally buy the same version of the game. The PC, I mean, well, the PC version has up to 60 frames per second, you know, so you do get that type of gameplay. But if you're gonna go out there and spend $120 on the game because you feel like it deserves all the support, but I mean, like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you've also got to be smart too and realize that they're also a business and a company. So, like, I mean, I see what he's trying to say, but at the same time, like, you knew the Switch version was coming. A lot of people said, well, I will wait because I think that there's going to be extra content, which I think Square Enix might have even said that there's going to be extra content in the Switch version before the PS4 and the PC version drop. I'm not 100% sure on that. Actually, don't quote me on that one. But, I mean, like, from what I understand, like, all of us kind of figured that the Switch version would be, you know, there'd be something there to make up for it. So maybe opportunist, maybe, but I don't think it's scummy to wait for the version of the game that you want. But I can see what he's saying, you know? So if I... Oh, snap. Yo! David N with the 30 says, I'm late, but I finally got released from being available for jury duty. Huzzah! Play Xenoblade Chronicles Counterattack, please. Thank you, David N, for the $30 donation. Thank you so much. We'll get you up as a top stream ninja as soon as we move back to the regular layout. But thank you so much for the $30 donation. You guys give some love. Bodying the chat. Madara coming through with that 30. Thank you, David. And let's go ahead and play some Xenoblade Chronicles. We're going to move back to this just because I don't need you guys seeing all this other stuff that's on there. So we're going to move back to this. We're going to play Counterattack for you guys. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Counterattack. And then we'll get back to reading some more comments. Thank you for that though, David. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get your name up here while we're at it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right. How's it sound, guys? Is it too loud? All right, take it easy, Racing Wolf. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Evo Japan. I gotta watch some Evo Japan too. Oh my gosh, I moved my layout. I literally moved my whole layout there, dude. This is acting stupid. There we go. Sound is fine? All right. All right, let's read the next comments here, guys. let's see, they should update the audio changes into all other versions. That's just stupid to have them have to rebuy the game on other platform to not get shitty low budget sequence music from what is a high budget game. The retro visuals is a worthwhile compromise for the Switch, given the lack of the 3DS version though. Okay. T-Dude says, you really need to buy a Nintendo Switch if you want to play the exclusive definitive edition. You should take it from Frankie. You can't have one without the other. T-Dude out here defending the Switch name. Put some respect on Switch's name, says T-Dude. No fan says PlayStation exclusive fans act privileged. It's okay if PlayStation for once doesn't get the best thing. Cry on someone else's shoulder. I think that's really what it comes down to for me, is that Switch gets bodied so much when it comes to third-party developers. I mean, one thing doesn't come over, or a couple things, and all of a sudden it's the end of the world, you know? So, all right. Okay, I like this. Irving Lee says, I took a peek on one infamous forum, and it's both hilarious and annoying seeing the same people who usually say, why are you hating on the Switch? I'm gonna report you for console wars. Now say, LOL, I'm glad the PC and PS4 players are salty. I hope it never comes from them. So basically he's trying to say, oh yeah, you Nintendo fans out here, you know, crying and all that, talking about console wars, and then you come here and say, why are you guys salty about this? So yeah, I mean, I see. Will you be doing a Fire Emblem Three Houses special edition giveaway in July? No. Why am I gonna do that? Like, why? Where did I say I was gonna do that? That seems random. I never said I was gonna do Fire Emblem Three Houses special edition giveaway. Those are hard to get a hold of, my man. I got one for myself. I mean, I might do a Fire Emblem Three Houses giveaway, but a special edition? No, I don't know. I don't know about that, my man. So yeah. Let's see here. Let's keep on going. Are you gonna do $1,000 giveaway? We're gonna do a Switch giveaway though this year. We're probably gonna do a couple Switch giveaways. Let's continue on here. I hope I do hope they offer this stuff as DLC to the PS4 and PC players. The character stories is the biggest blow. Yeah, the character stories is pretty bad. Character stories is pretty bad. Forget the music and voice acting. The 2D graphics are the real star. All right, here we go. We got some salt here. Ludology says, okay, I want to make sure that the music stops right after that. So says, this game will go down in my memory as such a bitter pill. I dislike the music and the voice acting. Had to mute both, even play the game to even play the game. While the game itself was all right, they are now telling me a version with real music, Japanese voice acting, an amazing cast, and several additions to the narrative that I would love is coming to a console I don't want. It's coming to a console that I don't want! It's coming to a console that I don't want. So what happens with all the Nintendo fans out there? There's so much stuff that comes to PS4 and Xbox One. What if you don't want a PS4 and Xbox One? Go Justin Timberlake somewhere. Go cry me a river. One would wish the voice acting and music would come as DLC for other platforms, but I guess I'm over it at this point. And yo, T-Dude, man, I like the responses here, man. These are so funny. These are so good. So they start just complaining about the voice acting and all that. Let's see here. Shout outs to Jucifer with the $5 donation, and I'll get what you said in just a bit. Actually, I can just read it off right here. This is great, man. This is great. We need to continue talking about this. Shout outs to Jucifer with the $5. This is buying a game day one gives you the opportunity to play the game a year and ahead of everyone else. A year ahead of everyone else. Okay, yeah, there's a huge benefit. Plus, if they're going to brag about supporting the developers, don't be an Indian giver and turn around and complain. Yeah, man. I mean, I think at the same time, I agree. You know what I'm saying? Like, of all usernames he could choose. I know. I think that's right. I mean, Jucifer, you have a very good point. The point is that you got to play the game a year. That's the benefit, is that you got to play and beat the game a year and a half. I mean, Switch owners, this game was announced for the Switch before it was even announced for the PlayStation 4, from what I understand. Oh, wait, no. It was one of the first Switch games being announced. Sorry. One of the first Switch games being announced. Either way, we all knew Dragon Quest XI, you know, the fact that they never said at any point that it was going to be released more than a year after the PS4 version, and then more than 2 years after the Switch version, and then they said you don't get the 3DS version. Like, I think at the same point, like, I think you're right with what you're saying. It's like, well, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, this game was released more than a year after and 2 years after. I think Switch owners should be able to get. And if Nintendo's publishing it, is Nintendo paying for this extra content? If Nintendo's paying for this extra content, how can you get mad at them that the extra content isn't? If Nintendo paid for the live orchestra, are you gonna sit there and say, oh, well, they should just put that in there? Like, I mean, if Nintendo it seems like Nintendo paid for it, or they're helping mitigate the cost because they're publishing the game here in North America, right? And in Europe. So if Nintendo's paying for live orchestra, if Nintendo's paying for cost development, I mean, I think maybe it should be exclusive. Now, here's the thing with me, guys. If this was on the other foot, like, let's say this was the other way around, right? Let's say, you know, PS4, which I think we probably had. I can't think of any actual examples, but like, if it was the other way around, where Switch got the game like a year or 2 years ahead of time, in this case, it would be essentially 2 years ahead, because like, I mean, you could technically buy the game on PS4 in 2017, you know. I wouldn't be complaining. I'm like, okay, well, like, for example, you know, if Persona 5, right? If Persona 5 comes to the Switch as the vanilla version, okay, and Persona 5R comes out and it doesn't have the stuff that Persona R has, I'm not going to be salty as hell and say, whoa, the Switch users deserve the content. I'm not going to be like that. I mean, it'd be dope. But I'm not going to be angry and upset if it doesn't. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You can play the game if you want to play the game. You cannot play the game if you don't want to play the game. You know? Like, or if Persona 5 came out on the Switch instead of the PlayStation 4, and then like years later or a year later it came out on PS4 with extra content, I'd be like, okay, well, I bought it on Switch because I want to play it on Switch. If I want to play it on PS4, I'll buy it on PS4 and I'll play the extra content. I mean, like, that's just how it is, man, which has happened multiple times. I mean, this has happened before, you know? So yeah. Nero says, Precious, I used to be against Persona 5 coming to the Switch, but after seeing the ridiculous I'm for Persona. Why would you be against it though? I don't get that. It was announced when it was still called the NX. Yeah, I know, but I think they might have announced it, Dragon Quest 11. Did they announce it for PS4 at any point? Velvet says, OJ Sweetheart, Astral Chain is a Switch exclusive to those complaining. Stop bitching and get a Switch. Yeah, pretty much. Deadlock 7 says, I wonder if the same people who will cry over the fact that Hellblade will have motion control support. LOL, we get things late. No reason why there shouldn't be an advantage for change. I mean, that's true. I mean, I guess it depends on what type of, you know, content you get, you know, what type of thing you get. So yeah, I agree. Let's see. When you get that hoodie, it's freaking sick. I don't know. I don't know if you've been watching my channel or when you subscribe, but I wear this hoodie a lot. I wear it pretty much during all my live streams. So I got it last year. I got it early last year at some point, and I got it at Walmart. It's a Punisher hoodie, although I think it was a limited edition at Walmart because I don't see any more of them. They had Spider-Man and Punisher hoodies, but I was gonna buy the Spider-Man hoodie, but it had number 52 on the back, and I don't like the number 52, so I didn't buy it. So I just bought this Punisher hoodie. It was $10. It was on discount, like it was on a clearance. Like they were gonna get rid of it, or they're not gonna have it anymore. Let's see. I've been a PlayStation fan my whole life. But now, because of the Switch and the new 3D and new 3DS, I've converted. LOL. Nintendo first-party content is just so nostalgic, fulfilling, and they feel like they're just trying to make games that are fun, nothing more. Yeah, I mean, I've always like, am I a PlayStation fan at this point? Nah, I can't sit here and call myself a PlayStation like super fan or anything like that. I mean, do I like PlayStation? Sure. Do I have the system? Absolutely. Do I buy the games? Yep. I got a bunch of. I bought Dot Hack and I bought. Gravity Rush. That's a first party game. I literally just bought that. So I mean, am I like do I like it? Yeah. Am I a fan? Not really, because like I'm not crazy about PlayStation, but I'll definitely support and buy the games and all that stuff, and I generally have no problem with them. But yeah, I mean, I've always since I was young, I've always liked Nintendo stuff, and there's been times where I've liked Microsoft or Sony more than Nintendo. I think. In the 6th generation, GameCube was great, but there just wasn't enough. I mean, there was RPGs, but there just wasn't enough, like as much as PlayStation got. So I was really into my PlayStation. Like 6th generation, I was really, really into PlayStation 6th generation. I played PlayStation the most out of any system. I probably played my PlayStation my PS2 the most, and then GameCube the next, and then I played Halo. I only played Halo on the Xbox, really for the most part. Oh, and DOA Beach Volleyball. Yeah. And also, what else? I think like 7th generation, I played the Xbox 360 the most. I played Wii a lot, but I also played Xbox 360 a lot. So yeah, and I played PS3. Let's see here. Can I look you in the eye and tell you Gravity Rush 2 is gonna have a sequel? Nah, it's not. It's not. Do not have a problem with them. I guess you forgot the Dot Hack claim. Yeah, that's more with Bandai Namco. That's not really Sony though, is it? Like with PlayStation, that's more like Bandai Namco more so than anything, isn't it? Yeah, man. What y'all know about DOA Beach Volleyball? Stop it. What do you mean thirsty? There was no thirst going on. Who said that? Who said there was no dude? It was a good beach volleyball game. What are you talking about? I mean, like, come on, man. Like. Did you not play it? It was a very good, and it was from one of my favorite creators of all time, the creator of Ninja Gaiden. Made DOA Beach Volleyball. I was very moved by his marketing of the game. I felt that it was a good game that really had some solid gameplay mechanics. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Thirsty for what? I like volleyball. Volleyball is a good sport. Shout outs to Nindy Gamer. You got a bunch of bits. Thank you for the bits, Nindy Gamer. I appreciate that. He says, why don't you like the number 52? Just because it's like a linebacker number for like football, and like I was running back in safety, so I don't like the number 52. Shout outs to Avedon who's hosting. Thank you, Avedon, and also thank you for the 100-bit cheer as well. Thank you, Avedon. Let's see here. Love the mechanics. Yes, exactly. Let's see here. Good. There was no thirst going on. I don't know what you guys are talking about. There was no thirst going on. Y'all out here wilding out. Y'all need to stop. You guys need to stop. There was no thirst. It was all just wanted to play a great game. That's really what it came down to. I just wanted to play a great game. Everybody know that 360 had it on lock 6th gen, but Sony was close as far as the West. PS3 ended up selling more in the long run, but yeah. Yeah, 360. When the 360 isn't literally exploding in your hands or on your desk, the 360 is a great system. Like when it wasn't exploding, overheating, causing a firestorm, turning into cinder, molten lava. You know what I'm saying? This man Cinder lived inside of your Xbox 360, dude. Just Jesus. Let's see. AC is co-owned by Nintendo and Platinum Games. What do you mean, Astral Chain? I don't know if it's co-owned. Astral Chain might be Nintendo owned, Because, like, for example, Bayonetta is Sega owned, not co-owned by Platinum Games. So it depends on. We need to know more of the thing. But I think Astral Chain is a brand new IP for Nintendo and Nintendo. So I don't think like Platinum Games can like take it and do something else with it. But I mean, I see what you're saying. Exactly. You guys want to continue on with these comments though? Here's another Niatron says, always confused for people to hype this Switch version because the PS4 and the PC version in the West is already a complete game. I mean, this is Dragon Quest XI, not like other Square Enix games like Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3. I would like to revisit the game if there is a new post-game content, but if just a few cutscenes, YouTube is fine. So, okay, so basically he's not really salty. He's just saying, like, why are people confused? It's a complete game. Like, he's saying, like, shut up, stop crying, stop complaining. The game is complete on the PS4. When you bought the game on the PS4, you didn't know about all this other stuff that was coming. You felt good enough to buy the game right then and there, and it's complete. It's complete. It's good. Has plenty of content. What are you complaining about? You got basically what Drucifer was trying to say. You got to play the game a year ahead of time. You know, like, it's not a big deal. So that's basically what he's trying to say here. But he said he's not. He said he's not interested in buying the Switch version, unfortunately, at this point. Then T dude says T dude goes on. we'll skip up that here. Let's see here. So I mean, Zero is one of the mods, and he says some new additions, but the real addition for me here is the story stuff. I'm not sure I'll get it right away. I've been enjoying the PC copy with the orchestral mod, but barely have time to play it. Having this game to play on the go is really awesome. I'd say it's a must-buy for Switch-only users. I don't think I think it's a. I mean, I don't know. For Switch-only users, definitely a must-buy. Definitely a must-buy. I mean, if you already have the game, which I have the game on the PS4, I think it's a. I didn't even finish it. I started playing it. And you know what I did, guys? This is what I did. I started playing the PS4 version. I took my controller. Look. I took my controller from like my PS4. I took it and I went like this. And I went like this. And I was lying down in my living room and I was playing the game on the PS4 like this. And I was like, bro, I'm good. I was playing for like, I put like 20 to 30 hours into the game. I was like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I just want to take this game. I just want to lie down. I want to turn on my favorite streamer. I want to turn on Low Tier God or turn on, Nairo or whoever, Zero or whoever's streaming Smash. And I just want to play the game while portable. Like, it's not a game that I need to sit in front of my monitor and be like, oh, like it's not a game that I want to stream either. I don't want to stream the game. I streamed the game. It was boring as hell to stream. The game, it's not a good stream. Dragon Quest XI is a horrible stream game. It's horrible. Smash, Gravity Rush. There's so many other games that you could play on stream. I mean, like Resident Evil. There's so many other better games. So yeah, it's not a stream game. So I just want to chill at night, like 30 to 45 minutes before I go to bed, play for that amount of time, grind power level, beat a dungeon or two, and then just turn it off and do that for like the next, 2 months or 3 months till I beat it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to sit in front of a TV and play this game all day. Like it's just not. It's not. No. It's just not. That was my reaction to Skyrim back when I had it on PS4 before I got it on Switch. Yeah, you know what? I didn't buy it on PS4, not because I didn't want it or because it was coming to the Switch. I don't think we even knew. It was just because, like, I already bought the game and beat it on the, on the Xbox 360. So I was like, I don't need to buy all the DLC and beat it again unless there's like anything significant. But when the Switch version came out, like, to be able to play that portably, like I played the hell out of that game. I put like 40, 50 hours into that game, so I played the hell out of Skyrim. I still got to play more though. But I played it. You know what happened? Because I was playing it up until Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out. And then that's when I played like a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So yeah, man. Let's see. T-Dude sounds like a bouncer in a club. Oh my gosh, T-Dude fighting the good fight over on Gamatsu, dude. So yeah. People are talking about the 2D mode. Let's talk about the undecided stuff. So this is when they said Square Enix is undecided whether vanilla Dragon Quest XI will receive definitive edition content. So there's some hope. There's some hope for all of them. So she says, here's what they need to do. They need to release a patch that adds in the definitive version content on PS4 and PC. Release ports plus remasters of Dragon Quest 1 through 10 on the PS4. So basically, here's what they need to do. Just give us this just because, you know, it would be fair. I love how people cry about this, but accepted the 3DS version not getting localized. And of course, the Switch version is not published by Square at all, because Square would release 0 new games on Nintendo systems if Nintendo did not publish them. Let's see here. There's a difference between accepting and being satisfied. If it doesn't affect us, I won't fight your battles for you, but I also won't feel smug or content about it, unlike some people on this article who are treating this like the divine retribution or good news. Well, yeah, I mean, people weren't fighting the good fight for the 3DS version here in the West. They were like, oh, well, PS4 and PC, whoop, 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 whoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I did notice it was 52 bits. Yes, it was 52 bits. It was 52 bits. Sorry about that. Thank you for the 52 bits. I appreciate it. It's a lot of bits. Thank you, Indie Gamer. So yeah. Irving Lee says, I'm already planning to buy a Switch for other games, but come on! I'm not gonna double dip on this definitive edition BS, even when the performance and graphics are obviously better on PC and even PS4, especially when their response to this makes it clear they're just waiting until they've got sales from the Switch version before bringing it over to others. If it was exclusive, then they wouldn't say they haven't decided yet. Okay, so he's a bit salty. Because he says, oh, come on! You know, like, he's a bit salty on that one. You can tell he's a super PlayStation 4 guy. He's a PlayStation 4 guy. You can tell. But I don't understand why he's saying the definitive edition BS. It's definitely the definitive edition of the game in terms of content. It has everything the other systems have, and then it has more. So it's the definitive edition of the game. Now, of course, you can say, factually, with graphics like resolution and all of that, that can be subjective on look, though. Even though it's not really, like, obviously 1080p is 1080p, 720p is 720p, whatever. But the look of it, whatever the case is definitely subjective if you want to get to the nitty gritty, because he called it BS. What is definitive, though, is what this game has compared to what the other game doesn't have. Not talk about how a game looks and if it looks as good or whatever the case is, but does it have more content? Does it have more things than the other? Does it have everything that game has and then some? So to me, it's a definitive edition since it has all the extra content. It has better music, which people are crying about the music. It has better voice acting. It has dual audio. You know what I'm saying? It has extra paths. To me, that would be definitive edition worthy. It's not just about graphics. It's about content as well. So, I mean, I see what he's trying to say here, but I mean, he's really basing it all on graphics and not content. So, I mean, I think that's part of what a definitive edition is as well, is content. But whatever, it is what it is. Square Enix should release it at full price for the PS4. Do the accent. Oh man, I got to give my voice a break tonight, guys, fellas. PlayStation's Gravity Rush should be in the Nintendo Switch. No, it shouldn't. That's a first-party Sony game. It would be amazing. One of my favorite games next to Wii Sports. No. Should Mario be on the PS4? PS4 is not the place for Japanese games and never really was that much. Get on Switch weebs. Well, PS4 is definitely a place for. PS4's got plenty of Japanese games. It gets most of the Japanese games. Switch. It actually gets way more Japanese games than Switch gets. It gets pretty much every Japanese game. The only difference is that Nintendo makes a lot of Japanese games, right? So if you factor in what Nintendo makes, then yeah, like obviously it's probably about even or whatever. But like if you look at some of like games like like Jump Force and like Code Vein, we need to wait and see on that one. Like the new Dragon Ball Z game, there's some games that are coming out that aren't on Switch, right? Bandai Namco's titles. So I mean, there's still some stuff to come over, but I definitely see what you're saying. Deadlock says the same people were laughing that the Switch version had worse shadows. Now they're complaining. Yeah, that's the funny thing. Yeah, that. Yeah, when the trailer was first released, they're like, oh yeah, there's not any real new content. Oh, this is graphics, blah blah blah. All of a sudden, oh wait a minute, hold up now, hold up. You know, let's see. No fan says, PlayStation telling you, man, PlayStation peeps have been privileged for too long. Yeah, this definitely sounds like a bit privileged. Like they're like crying about privilege. You know, about or they feel privileged, like they're entitled to get this content. I mean, in my opinion, look. I know some Nintendo fans might be pulling a hypocritical stance if this was the other way around, but for me personally, I wouldn't be salty about it. And like I said, this has happened before. I'm pretty sure this has had to have happened before, where something comes out on the Switch and then later comes out on the PS4 or Xbox One. Or I mean, even look at what happens with like $60 games. Like look at Doom, dude. Like Doom comes out on the Switch a freaking year later. Obviously, the graphics aren't as good, blah, blah, blah. It comes with less content because it doesn't have the snap map. And you still had Switch owners that were like, okay, I'm going to give it a chance. Obviously, some people complain and say, oh, why is it $60, blah, blah, blah. But did you ever see me do that? So should I be salty and say, oh, well, PS4 owners got all the content snap map and everything for $5 or whatever like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, should I be like, okay. Should I be like that? Was I like that with Doom? No, I wasn't like that with Doom. Was I like that with Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, or, you know, any of these other games that came out late on the Switch? Not really. I mean, so it is what it is, man. Exact. Well, yeah, Bomberman R comes to PS4 and Xbox One with extra guest characters, while the Switch doesn't get one. Well, yeah, there you go. It's happened, and I bought the Switch version. And the game isn't even that. The game is. It can be fun at times, but man, before that 60 frames per second patch, it wasn't that great. So. This person says PS4 owners love rebuying the same games. He said, "Oh boy, I'm sure. I love playing the original Nintendo Switch games like New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Captain Toad, Hyrule Warriors, and Bayonetta 2." The only main difference was that the PS3 sold 88 million units and the Wii U sold like 13 million units. So I mean, I see what he's saying there, but that's making it seem as if like the Wii U, like people were actually buying the Wii U and those games sold like a ton of copies on the Wii U or anything. Like PS3 and Xbox 360, those sold like combined, those sold 100 million plus, right? 150 million plus. Yet there's re-releases and people still bought those, even with the huge install bases of the PS3. I mean, The Last of Us Remastered, literally everybody went out there and bought it on PS3, then everybody went out there and bought it on PS4. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's like there was a hella install base for those games. Like I see what he's trying to say, but at the same time, it's not like the Wii U was a popular system, you know? Oh my gosh. Oh, here's a salty guy. Here's definitely a salty guy. I don't care about people who have a Switch are okay with this. I wasn't expecting anything better. I paid for the game full price, and that's how they treat me. We gotta do the voice for this guy. OFC, people who have a Switch are okay with this? I wasn't expecting anything better. I paid for the game full price. And that's how they treat me? Me? I wouldn't mind Switch getting a dungeon or some armor, but new scenarios with JPVA? Ah! That's rubbish. And I won't support the franchise if they decline this update to us. And yes, update. We paid full price, so I expect these features as an update now! This entitled... Look at this, man. Bruh! So entitled! Like, you... I can't do this. We done. We gotta end it on this one. We gotta... This dude... So entitled... I demand an update. I hope he was trolling. I think that's got to be is that a troll? That's a troll. That's a troll. You know what the funniest thing, dude? Look at this. Look at this. says, and does your car manufacturer owe you new equipment every year? I don't have a car. No, duh, you ain't got a car because you're probably 12 years old. Nah, you ain't got a car. Nah, there's people that are older that don't got a car. Like, if you live in, like, heavy, like, metropolitan cities, like, you probably don't got a car. Like, if you live, like, you know, you don't need a car. You can just, like, take taxis or whatever, or use Uber, or just take the subway or train system. So there's a lot of people that don't have cars that are adults. I get that. But yeah, man. We gotta finish it on there, guys. If you guys have questions, we'll answer questions for the next 10 to 15 minutes. So if you have questions, feel free. There was an article about VR on Nintendo World Report. So if you want, you guys can check out the article on Nintendo World Report. Emily Rogers is talking about Nintendo could introduce a new VR or a VR thing for the Switch, like some type of VR application or something, maybe Labo VR. I'm not really sure. Nintendo could introduce something this year. She's getting sources about that, so Nintendo could go into VR, which they have patents and they've talked about. You know, getting VR, it has to be a point to where it's like feasible, like, you know, normal or whatever. So, or not normal, but feasible for consumers and all that. So there you go. All right, so let's see here. Blaze 2000 says, players, when did the console wars get this bad? Well, the console wars have always been bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is probably the worst that I've seen it. And once again, guys, no shots to the people that were talking in the forums and all that. But I mean, like, a lot of people like blur out names and stuff like that. But this is a public forum, so if people are wondering, oh, why am I showing their usernames? It's a username. It's not like their real name and all that stuff like that. It's a public forum, so I'm allowed to show public forum information. That's not like, you know, that. So that's the reason why. Obviously, you guys don't go over there and harass these people or anything like that, you know. But I'm just reading off their comments because I find the comments funny. I find them funny. Let's see here. Eileen Jimenez says the extras are just incentives, or just to get the Switch version at a higher price than the current price of Dragon Quest XI. That could be true. Or Nintendo actually paid for the extra stuff. Poor dude being forced to pay $60 for a game. Square Enix should be ashamed for themselves. Yeah, man. Let's see. Imagine Kingdom Hearts 3 Definitive Edition comes to the Switch. Oh, the salt. Yeah, it'd be pretty salty. It'd be pretty salt infested if that happened, dude. That would be super salty. Definitely super salty if that happened. So yeah. Tetris VR Definitive Edition for the Switch. Okay. Kingdom Hearts 3 Director's Cut exclusively for the Switch. Eileen Jimenez says the extras. Okay, I already read that. High-End Link says, player, since why is Princess Zelda cheating on me? Oh, everyone in here think I'm on the low with Mifa. Princess Zelda? Nah, she was asking about you the other day, man. Let's see here. I haven't been on the forum since I was a young minor. LOL. Yeah. It's more, these are like comment sections. Like, I used to go on forums a lot. Like, back in the day, there used to be a site called Game Revolution. Is it still around? Is Game Revolution still around? Yeah, it's still around. I just noticed it's still around. I used to go on Game Revolution when I was younger in the early 2000s. And I used to go on the forums there and, like, oh my god, it was all out war on those forums. This was before NeoGAF. This is before, like, Reset, obviously before Reset era, before NeoGAF. This was actually pre-N4G too. I used to be on N4G a lot, like N4G wars. We should read dude, and we should read N4G comments too. N4G comments are funny. We should have like N4G Fridays, dude. Yeah, you guys want to start like a new series? N4G Fridays, where we go through and clown weirdos on N4G crying about video games? Like, N4G Fridays, man. Dude, let's do it. Yeah, Game Facts. Yeah, I used to go on the Game Facts for text game walkthroughs. Yeah, dude, I used to be scrolling through trying to figure out how to get past this one part in the original God of War, man. Yeah, text chat or text walkthroughs, dude. Those were horrible. Those were horrible. Like, okay, hold up. Let me look over here. I gotta. Okay, first you go past this wall with the Medusa head, and then there you'll see like it was so frustrating for like, oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, I remember those. You printed them out. Yeah, dude, print them out. Be like, all right, let's flip through. Okay, that's worth. We didn't have cell phones back then either, so it's not like you could have the cell phone right then and there. We didn't have tablets and cell phones back then. Nobody had a laptop as a kid. You didn't have a laptop as a kid. So yeah, man, those were the days. Forum Fridays. Forum Fridays. FGC debates we had with Shoryuken. Yeah. Many consoles have versions of games, exclusive content. Just seem to hate it being on the Switch. Yeah, I think that's part of it. Waiting to see if PCers laugh at Switch, Hellblade, and complain at no motion controls. Yeah, well, they won't do that because obviously they don't feel substantial. So, you know. By the way, Game Revolution's looking pretty good these days. I mean, I haven't been on this site in a long time, but it doesn't look bad at all. Good looking site. So shout outs to Game Revolution for still being around. So yeah. Let's see, had 30 minutes on dial-up internet, had to get cheat codes and walkthroughs. Y'all remember that, man, when you're on like if somebody is like playing like on the internet, just pick up the phone. Who's on the internet? I need to use the phone, Mom. Or Mom would be like, nah, get off the internet. I need to make a call, nah. Nah. How much longer are you gonna be on the internet? Sometimes she'd come softly to me. How much longer are you gonna be on the internet? Nah. Are you okay? Nah. Okay, I need to make a call. Can you get back on later? Mom, I'm just trying to find. Mom, I just need to find one more thing with God of War. Oh my gosh, man! Moms couldn't use the phone. These you 2000 babies are like, what is he talking about? You kiddos are like, is this actually a thing, or is this OJ just being OJ? Yeah, man. Michael O'Brien says, random question, but do you know if Monolith or Bandai owns the rights to Xenosaga? Bandai owns the rights to Xenosaga. Keep the questions coming, guys. If you have questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerSense or hashtag PlayerSense. Especially a big head mode, like what was it? What's that game? GoldenEye. GoldenEye had a big head mode. The accent kills me. Which accent? My bad impression of my mom's accent, or the nerd game accent? The nerdy gamer accent. I'm 15 years old and the internet sounds like a horror movie. Yeah, dude, Damien, if you're 15, first of all, shout outs for being on this channel, for being that young. You're wise beyond your years. That's why you're here. But second of all, yeah, man, internet was actually really horrible back in the day. You're 15, so obviously you were born. I was like in college or something. Like you were born, what, 2004. So yeah, you were born 2004. So yeah, by the time that you actually started using the internet, broadband was already very widely available. But yeah, back then, basically, here's what went down, man. Like whenever you wanted to use the internet, it was called dial-up. Like whenever you got on the internet, like you had to clock in. It was like a process. Like you boot it up and it's like dialing in. It was like essentially like dialing the internet, like to use it as like down like a call, like on a phone, right? But the thing about it is that it tied up your phone line at the same time. So if you wanted to use the internet, somebody couldn't use the phone, And it just kind of that's just basically, and vice versa, it was tied to the same thing. Your internet and your phone was tied to the same thing. When broadband and cable and DSL came, that's when it actually got, where it got. So yeah, it was 2003. Okay, 2003. I can't count. Apparently. No, you're turning 16 this year. You're turning 16 this year then. But yeah, that's how it was. I didn't get broadband internet, guys, until it was the early 2000s when we finally got broadband internet. Like mid to early 2000s, yeah, like 2002 we got like broadband internet, like the first time to where you can be on the phone and also use the internet, and it was like a revelation because all throughout the 90s, especially like the early 90s or the mid 90s, I think like net zero was like 94. People really started getting like 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Those were like the hot years of dial-up, like 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. So like 6 years of dial-up we had. And even into the 2000s. And even then people still had dial-up even in the early 2000s, but broadband was there. It started getting affordable. You could have got broadband earlier than that, but it was super expensive. Broadband started getting affordable in the early 2000s. So yeah. All right. Good night, Blaze 2000. I remember Net Zero. Yeah, man. Net Zero. That was the day. Just jumped in. Who's being salty over Astral Chain? Yeah, we talked about it. On Gimatsu, there's some saltiness going on. We actually didn't go over the comments. So we went over Dragon Quest comments, but we didn't even go over Astral Chain's comments. Maybe we'll go over it next time. So yeah. Let's see. Remember when it took all night to download one MP3 from Napster? Not just a CD, but a single song. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah, it took a long time. I remember downloading ROMs. It taking like to download like one ROM. Some of these Super Nintendo games and stuff were so small, and to just download one ROM, it would take hours upon hours, like all day, dude. It would take like 8 or 9 hours to download one ROM, like one. And not only that, but like I think a problem with Net Zero and a problem with a lot of these internets, these dial-up internets, is that if you left it unattended to, it would dial you out. It would log you off. And then it would basically just, like, there was no recovery, start off where you left off from. It would just log you off. Everything was gone. So there was times where I'd be downloading ROMs and you'd have to straight up do this. You'd have to straight up go like, you'd have to go like this, guys. So let's say you're downloading the ROM. You'd have to go like this. You'd have to go and constantly do that every like minute or two. Constantly go back and forth, minimize, maximize. Otherwise, it's going to log you out for inactivity. So you had to be moving the mouse, you had to be interacting with the page, or it would log you out and then you'd lose the whole download of the ROM. The whole download of the ROM. So, yeah, it was funny. All right, take it easy, Velvet. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Floppy disk, anyone? Yeah, back in the day. I remember I had one of my college courses we used floppy disks. Like, even though I was in college in 2000, from 2005 to 2010, in 2007 when I transferred to Fresno State, one of my computer classes, we used floppy disks in one of those classes. And it was outdated even back then, but it was still somewhat common to have, not somewhat common, but it was like in high school, I used floppy disks all the time, and in junior high, we used floppy disks. So it was still somewhat around to use floppy disks when I was in college. So somewhat, it was already dead technology, but it wasn't like there was like for example, like you can get like what is it? Like, this is like a 32 gigabyte USB flash drive. This is like, I think I got this for like $8 or something like that on Amazon, like $5 something. Dude, back then, when I was in college, like when USB started coming, like 1 gigabyte, dude, 1 gigabyte be like $50-$60 or something like that. Like, and this is 32 gigabytes. This is like, if you wanted to buy like an 8 gig, I remember I bought an 8 gigabyte flash drive, and that was expensive. That was way more expensive than that. You know what I'm saying? So It was super expensive back in those days, man. Let's see here. You download ROMs. I'm telling Nintendo, Nintendo headquarters, Nintendo HK, or I think you meant headquarters or whatever. Yeah, when I was a kid. Yeah, first of all, when I was a kid, I didn't know there was anything wrong with downloading ROMs when I was younger. Me and my brother, we didn't know the ROMs were there, and I thought the developers, honestly speaking, I thought the developers put them on there because they wanted us to play them because we couldn't play them. You know, I honestly thought that. I did not know it was like, oh, you shouldn't be downloading ROMs. It was like, okay, well, here's the website. You can download, you can play these games that you're never going to be able to afford, you know. So when I was a kid, I just downloaded them because I thought that they were put there by the developers. I didn't know any better. There wasn't the internet there to educate me on, you know, hacking and illegal and all this stuff. Like I didn't know. I was just a kid with no money and I just wanted to play some video games. That's it. That's really what it came down to. It's not like I was trying to be, you know, like that or anything, you know. 20 gigabyte hard drive was huge. Yeah, back in like 2006, 20 gigabyte hard drive. Whereas Monolith Soft's new game, they're still working on it. Hold on, man. Just give it some more time, my man. Do you know if the Fire Emblem Special Edition comes with a regular game case or a steelbook? It comes with a steelbook, so you'll get the steelbook and then there'll be the game inside of the steelbook case. You're not gonna get a regular. Yeah. Okay, that's what you're asking. Yeah, it comes with the steelbook. Get 1 gigabyte was the new wave. If you had a 1 gigabyte, 1 gigabyte flash drive, bruh, you can store so much content on there. Dial-up shutters, yeah, man. Dial-up. But we did have, I think, AOL Instant Messenger. Yes, that was the equivalent of Twitter for us dial-up users. Yeah, I remember AOL Instant Messenger. I remember using AOL Instant Messenger a lot when I was in high school. I remember using that a lot because it was like before. I mean, it wasn't before cell phones. You can do it, but a lot of people still just didn't use their cell phones like that. Usually, you just use your cell phones if you needed to make a call, just a normal call. You can do texting, but people just did it for calls. When I was in high school, at least, or junior high and high school, even junior high a bit, but high school definitely. But yeah, it was like Twitter. Basically, you just get into there'd be like these message boards, you know, there'd be these different message boards, and you just kind of hop into whatever message board or whatever area, and then you would just be bam, everyone would just be typing and saying different things. But yeah, it was like Twitter. I think that's probably where Twitter got their idea, as far as, you know, like old school AOL instant message boards, you know, MSN Messenger. AOL was the most popular though, or AIM or whatever is the messenger. On any pizza tonight? I need to go to the food store tonight. Yeah, I need to go to the food store tonight, and get some foods. So yeah. Let's see here. Michael O'Brien says, questions. Are you concerned that Switch's software until June was too light? No, not really. We lost Fire Emblem in the spring, and I was kind of hoping David Cross might get in with April May release. No, I'm actually not, because April we got hella games in April. We got Mortal Kombat in April. We got Final Fantasy 12 in April. We've got Final Fantasy 10/10-2 in April. We've got the new Dragon Ball Z game in April. In March, I mean, if you're interested in Unravel, you can play Unravel. I'm not interested in that game. Spring is apparently supposed to be Hellblade in spring as well. We got Yoshi as well in there. So no, and I'm still playing Smash Brothers. So no, I don't think I don't need like 15 million games like January, March, April, May, June. Like I don't, like, the games are all there. They're there. Like, I mean, you'll be okay till April. you'll be all right. So no, I'm actually not upset or worried it's too light. Like, there's plenty to play. Plenty to play. I mean, go look at that. Might be a good time for your backlog, Michael. I know you got one. So you don't have. There's no need to worry, man. No need to worry. You'll be okay. Let's see here. I'm going to test how some old the ninjas are. Collegeclub.com. Any expectations for Bayonetta 3? No, I'm just waiting to see the game. Oh yeah, well, I mean, obviously it's old, but March is also Final Fantasy 7. I'm definitely gonna play that as soon as that drops. I'm gonna play that. As soon as that drops, I'm gonna play that in March. So I'm somewhat looking forward to that, to play that on stream. Also, what else? But yeah, April's packed though, man. I mean, And I understand. I know why it's like that, because February and March, those are dead months before the new physical year end. You know, so I mean, it's like, why push out games that's not going to count? I mean, why push out these games for sales that's not going to be towards the new fiscal year, when you can just have them in April and June and all that and have it count towards your next year? So that's the reason why that there's not more, like, let's say February, whatever, because like there's no point. The fiscal year is over. You've already got your sales. You know where you're going to be. So they're just going to wait till March, April, May. And that's when all the games start coming. March, Yoshi starting off. April, tons of games in April. Hella games in April. May games. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to play. There's plenty to play. German Ortiz says, if you could be reincarnated into any world, which one would it be? And by world, I mean anything game or anime. Probably game or anime. I don't know, probably like Naruto or something like that. I'm not really sure. Eileen Jimenez says, it's almost impossible that no one has a backlog nowadays. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is probably a good time for the backlog. This is probably a good time for the backlog. If you feel that there's not enough to play, you know, good time for the backlog. What's up, Ben? How you doing today, my man? Good to see you here in the stream. Juicer says, Parsons, did you try out the demo for Daemon Ex Machina? Any thoughts? I played. Yeah, I already tried out the demo. I actually put up a video on the channel. You must have missed it. It went up earlier today, like around 1 p.m. or so, 2 p.m. So yeah, you probably just missed it on the channel, or didn't go to your sub box, or maybe you just missed it. But yeah, I already tried it out. I already talked about it quite a bit. I like it. But they definitely need to do some other stuff, but I like it. If you haven't seen my Daemon Ex Machina or Cross Machina video or demo review, check it out. It's already up on the channel. I'm going to post it right here. So open up another tab and check it out. Shout outs to Aron with the $1.99 donation. It says, backlog boys. Thank you so much, Aron. I appreciate that. So I'm getting it cracking into Mortal Kombat 11. My girl Jade is back. Yeah, that's true. Demo was great, but I wish the game had a PvP, maybe a future update. I like co-op more than I like PvP. I don't know if I care for mech based PvP. I much rather have co-op PvP. So I mean, I'd rather have them perfect the co-op PvP, or if they can do both, that'd be great. But I'm more of a fan of co-op PvP just co-op than regular PvP. But that's just me, in my opinion. For like a mech style of game, I think co-op is better. But that's just me. My backlog was 40 deep on the Switch. My backlog is disgusting. It's just, that's why you'll never see me complain about like, oh, we need to have games in February, March, and like every single, like, I'll never complain. Just I mean, there's gonna be a lot of games. There's gonna be times you play the games. It's like, everybody's gonna be fine. There's gonna be plenty of games for people to play. I don't need every month need to be packed full of like 15 different games that I'm not gonna play anyways. Like, even if they move some of the games over to now, what does it matter? The games come out. I mean, obviously some of it is budgeted and put to where there's not too much, but at the same time, it's like Super Mario Maker now, Super Mario Maker later, Super Mario Maker at this point, Astral Chain here. That's great. There's Luigi's Mansion. There's just all these. There's just so many different games. Daemon Cross Machina, whenever that comes out. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm just like, whatever, man. All this crap's gonna be in my backlog anyway. All right, man. Thank you for coming out to the stream, Michael. I appreciate that. And yes, anytime, Michael, I'll always answer you guys' questions. Anytime. Anytime. MK11. Mario Kart 11? No. Mortal Kombat 11. Do I know if Apex is coming to Switch? You said, hi, I'm new. Do I know if Apex is coming to Switch? Joshua, check out my video that I've done on that. There's more. It's hard for me to... I can't explain it completely. But I did a really cool video on Apex potentially coming over. So if you want all the details on that, check out my video on my YouTube channel as well. I'm going to link it. So check out that video when you get the opportunity, my man. Let's see. I find it ironic no one complained about Babylon's Fall being a PS4/PC exclusive, while people complain about Astral Chain being exclusive. I think it's because we actually saw Astral Chain, you know, and we haven't seen anything about Babylon's whatever, you know, Babylon's Fall or whatever it is. It's like that game is like we don't know anything about it really. So I think that's the reason why people haven't like really complained. But I mean, even if they did, it's like PS4 is the leader, right? So whenever PS4 is the leader, most people have PS4, so you're not going to hear as much people complaining about things. High-End Link says, do a louder, you're done. Keep up the good work. A louder, you're done. You're done? You're done? Done? Which one? I can do that one. Or I can do like, you're done! You're done! Or the, you're done? Done? That one. You're done. That one? Which one you want, my man? You're done. There's you're done. The high pitched one. You're done. I need a soundboard for that. Yeah, that'd be dope. You're done soundboard. I gotta talk to Jordan Fringe. He has a cool soundboard that I can use for the you're done. So yeah, just various you're dones. I don't know. Although soundboards are cool, I like using my own voice for certain things because I think it's funny when I use my own voice. Even though sometimes my voice cracks a bit and you guys, it's like it's not as good as maybe using a soundboard. I think that there's something about somebody who can do multiple different voices for like characters or something like that without the use of some type of soundboard or sound modification or putting something on your neck and making yourself like talk like this or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that some people do. I think it's cool like when you can do it without a soundboard. So I've always liked to do like, you know, like for these streams, like make different voices and stuff like that. Because when I was a kid, oh my gosh, man, all I did, shout outs to Aries S. One of the things that I used to do, I was actually much, much better. Thank you for the subscription, homie. Welcome to the village. When I was a kid, I used to mimic voices all the time. I was so good. Before puberty really slaps the hell out of your vocal cords, I was really good at doing, you know, obviously different types of like lighter voices, all sorts of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really good at that. I can do so many voices as a kid, much better than what I could do now. Like I used to be able to do like Sailor Moon, and I could talk like I can't do Serena's voice like anymore. My voice is just too deep. But when I was a kid, when I was a child, I used to be able to do that. I used to be able to do just like various different voices, but now I can't. But that's back then. I thought I was gonna be an athlete, but I also thought I could be like a voice actor. Like back then, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do like voices for like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that, you know. So yeah. Do I still play my 3DS? No. I'm done. Voices are fun. LOL. Players, I did them as a kid all the time. Mimic movies. Yeah, I used to mimic TV shows. Like, and that's where like I used to spend hours doing Yogi Bear. Like, hey, boo boo. Like, I used to be in my room or I'd be watching it and be like, hey, boo boo, get me some big biscuits. And I used to just like talk like that the whole time. I remember one time I got in trouble at school because the teacher was like, she was like, Francis, like, what's the answer? And I was like, 2 + 2 = 4. Everyone in the class started laughing. And then the teacher was like, okay, real funny. And then like, I didn't do anything. And then she asked me again. And I was like, oh, no. I said, I need to use, I'm like, Miss, I forgot what her name was. I was like, Mrs. Whatever. I need to use the bathroom. Please, I need to go. And she like said, Francis, go to the office. I was like, oh no, in trouble again. And I got put in noon detention for 2 days. And I remember my mom asked me, because they sent a note back to your mom, like, what happened? Why are you in noon detention? I was like, I don't know, Mom. I got in trouble. I got in trouble at school. Mom's like, for what? I was like, talking like Yogi Bear. So I was like on my Yogi Bear stand where I just talk like that the whole time. Oh my gosh. And that's all I used to do. So I actually really liked the show, Yogi Bear. I thought it was really fun. Like I thought it was a really cool show. So yeah, I got in trouble one time. Even when I was up my way, like I was on my way to the office, they're like, Francis, why are you going to the office? I was like, I don't know. I think I'm in trouble. Talk to the principal. I was just the whole time. They said I was being disrespectful. So that's the reason why I got detention. And I agree, that's disrespectful. If they told me to stop talking like that and I wouldn't stop, I'd be like, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna keep talking like this. I'm working on my art. You can't stop an artist when he's trying to talk. So yeah, bro. Let's see here. Hi, Link says, I'm ashamed of this, but I used to do Orochimaru's voice. Can you do Orochimaru's voice? He said, I had my class cracking up back in the day. Wow, if you're doing Orochimaru's voice, that means you're really young, since Naruto is, at least when it came over here in the West, that means English dub. So that means at least, what, mid 2000s or something like that? So yeah, that's a while. The teacher must have been a hater of Yogi Bear. Nah, she wasn't a hater. I know it's a joke. She wasn't a hater of Yogi Bear because Yogi Bear is a show that came out like when she was a kid. So I mean, everybody knew about it. But yeah, I mean, like, she just got tired because I kept on saying like 2 + 2 = 4, like 1 + 1 = 2. Just kept on. 3 + 3 = 3. Teacher, why are you asking me these questions? I just want some picnic baskets. Let's see, the golden years of Cartoon Network or Boomerang. Yeah, man. So sometimes I do Kermit the Frog voice. Oh my gosh. You should have just used ninjutsu to get out. I wasn't a ninja back then, guys. I wasn't a ninja. So yeah. So I mean, sometimes I'll do like Zarbon, like Vegeta. I do like Vegeta. You can't defeat me. Just sometimes. I always found his voice very funny. I used to try to do all of them though, like all the Ginyu Force and all that, but I was always laughing at Zarbon's voice though. Vegeta! Vegeta, hand over the Dragon Ball. Oh man. Imagine fuck. I say now, boy, I say. What's that you got there, boy? Fuck. The southern man, dude. Come on, dog. Crossover with Ash Pulse. My eyes are watering because you guys are making me laugh, and I've been in front of the lights for a while, so my eyes are starting to water. You guys know how my eyes start tripping after a while. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. So I used to do a Pooh's voice in middle school. Got me in a lot of trouble. Yeah, doing that voice will get you in trouble. So whose man is this? Does Ash Paulson do a lot of voice acting type of stuff over at Game Explain? He said, oh no, I was in middle school. That was ages ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. You guys don't love the Zarbon voice, dude? He said, not the Zarbon. So yeah, I don't know. There's probably more voices, but I can't think of any other voices that I used to do. So yeah, like I can do like a little bit like Fat Albert, like hey, what's going on, everybody? Which way to the buffet? Like, hey everybody, Fat Albert here. Oh no. I used to be able to do like Top Cat too, but I can't remember what his voice sounds like. But I used to be able to do Top Cat and like a lot of the other cats. There. I remember all those voices. OJ, am I excited about Astral Chain? Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Ash's dad is a voice actor for. Wait a minute. Hold up. Ash Paulson's dad is David Hayter. He sometimes plays voice acting with his Game Explain. Wait a minute. David Hayter? Ash Paulson's dad is David. No, he's not. Ash Paulson's dad is David Hayter. You said the voice of Solid Snake. Are you serious? No. Fools, Mr. T here, fools. I put it a fool. Fat Albert is a little bit more girth right here. You know, when you're Fat Albert, you got to talk like you got always eating food at some time, you know? Got to make like a little bit more of a girth when you talk about Fat Albert, because it needs to be a little bit more bubbly with the voice. It can't be so like Mr. T's more of I pity the fool, like rough, whereas Fat Albert's kind of more like ha ha ha. Got a little bit more like this, a little bit like grab your belly when you talk. You know what I'm saying? hey. Not quite the same as Mr. T. So yeah. You ain't no air fighter, Mac. 1, 2, give him the punch. Smash ain't no joke. You ain't no air fighter, Mac. You gotta raise your voice. You can't say that normally. You can't say you ain't no air fighter, Mac. You gotta make sure when you say that, you gotta make sure that you yell it. You ain't no air fighter, Mac, or it doesn't sound. You can't make his voice without saying it loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Yogi Bear, you can like, hey boo boo, let's get some pick the best kids. You don't have to talk loud, but with that voice, with him, you've gotta say it loud, dude. You've gotta say it loud, dude. You've got to. You said your mom ripped you a new one about the Apu voice. Oh my gosh. OJ for the next Smash announcer. Be like, Jigglypuff. Hey, Jigglypuff. Hey guys, OJ here. I'm doing the announcement for Smash Brothers. Super Smash Brothers. Super. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not gonna switch. That's too hard. That's too hard. You should make a Patreon dedicated to saying inspirational quotes in that voice. I know, man. I know. It's funny. Let's see. Sorry, I got mixed up. Ash's dad is Rob Paulson, voice of actor Gray Fox. Okay, I was about to say there's no way, you know, he's the voice actor for that. Yo, David Drayton with the $20. Toby. Hey, Blaster! Toby Blaster! With the $20 instead. Where the 100% boys at? Let's go. OJ Jinchuriki confirmed. Okay, let's do it. Y'all making me die right now, dude. Yo, this is funny. This is super funny. Oh my gosh, man. You're having the time of your life with these voices, OJ. This is stuff that I used to do all the time. I used to just sit in my room, watch cartoons, and just mimic voices. Like, it was actually fun to me to sit there. But yeah, so it just reminded me of my childhood, reminded me of making fun of voice. Like, my friend A-Train, he couldn't do as much as me, but we used to just sit there and do voices all the time, man. Like, it was just funny. It was just really funny. So yeah, it's fun to talk, because I don't think I've ever done this before. I've done voices like on stream, but I haven't done it like this. Like, I haven't done like I'm doing right now, like where I'm kind of going over like my whole like. And I wish I still practice. I mean, if I practice, I can do it again. But like I said, the problem is like puberty like hit me, like completely karate chopped my vocal cords, man. Like, just 1 minute I was like, hey guys, my name is Francis. Next minute I was like, hey guys, what's up everyone? Name's Francis, I'm here to play football. I woke up the next day, it was just like, hey you, pow, like God just natural selection just hit me right there in the vocal cords. Dude, I remember like it was like yesterday, man. Like one day I went to sleep with a kind of a squeaky voice. I woke up the next day with a deep pitch in my voice. I was freaking out, man. It freaked me the hell out. It hit me fast, man. I didn't know what was going on. It was crazy, you know? So that's why I gotta heighten my voice so I'm not sounding so much, because my voice is naturally a lot deeper than it is right now. You know, but I gotta heighten it, because like when your voice is super deep like that, it's boring. So I gotta heighten it so it's not as deep as it normally is. I can do Chuck Taylor from the Chappelle Show. I don't remember how I got my puberty voice. Fat Albert in the house. Hey, hi, and Link. How you doing today? Hey. I'm Rick James. What the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap! Unity! Oh my gosh, dude. Rick James, dude. I'm Rick James. Rick Rick James out there. Oh my gosh, I remember that was the greatest thing ever, man. That was the greatest. That came out, that Chappelle show. Charlie Murphy. That came out when I think I was a sophomore or junior in high school when that episode came out, and all we were doing at school was like, Charlie Murphy. Everyone was just going around saying, Charlie Murphy. What the 5 fingers? Say to the face. That's all we were doing the whole freaking day was Charlie Murphy, dude. Charlie Murphy and what was it? Oh, dude, we used to combine Charlie Murphy with oh gosh, dude. It was the live was it which one was it? Yeah, here we go. These ones. We used to combine Charlie Murphy with these ones, guys. Like with these I forgot this guy's his name, but he's still a famous actor right now. But these commercials, we used to do Charlie Murphy in this all the time. Like,
I'm here. Straight out of your nightmares.
Excuse me?
Excuse you nothing. I'll excuse you as soon as we play a little football. You understand me, sweet tooth?
You don't play football.
Every day I do ESPN NFL football with the first person football feature. Wow. Because I don't play. You know something? Oh, there you go.
Tracy
The little birdie's talking to me. He's saying Sap can't mess with you. Sap too slow. Rated E for everyone.
we used to always do stuff like
You
that.
said-
We don't play football. And then there was another commercial. There was a separate commercial where he did like this little dance, dude. I don't know where it's at, man, but it was so funny. Okay, was it this one?
Sap, you better leave town, baby. You better leave town.
Oh man, no, where's the other commercial at where he's like doing like a little dance? I forgot. Oh, was it like the third commercial? Oh, okay, here we go. Is it this one?
Sap, what's up?
Excuse me?
Oh, let's go, tough guy. Let's suit up.
You don't play football.
ESPN NFL football with the first person football feature.
Oh, here we go.
I'll do it to you like Billy White shoes, baby. You understand? You scared of me? Rated everyone.
That's what we used to do, like Charlie Murphy. Yeah, we used to do that, dude. We'd be like Charlie Murphy. Oh, right there, dude. That was the funniest commercial when he started dancing like that. So we'd be in the halls in high school, and somebody would say something, and somebody like, "What'd you say? You had to play some because we were all football players, right? Football, basketball players. And we had to play some foosball." So we say some foosball. Oh my gosh, great game, funny commercials. Tracy Morgan. It's Wayne Brady. Oh my gosh, man. I think this conversation has derailed. I'm probably gonna get demonetized. I don't know what's gonna happen. Yo, shout outs to Malcolm Enterprises INC with the resub. Thank you so much, Malcolm. I appreciate that you appreciate my stupid humor and dumb stories of when I was a stupid kid doing stupid things. Shout outs, man. Shout outs. Thank you, Malcolm. Welcome once again. I think you're already part of the Discord. You're a resub, so you're already part of the Discord. So definitely thank you so much for that, man. I appreciate it. So yeah, man. Thank you. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village, of course. Back to the elites. Back to the elite of the elite. So gonna hit him up with that Sharingan. Guys, we're gonna go ahead and end it right there. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, it's okay if it got demonetized. It's okay. You guys hella donated tonight, so it's all good. Thank you. I appreciate it. It always sucks. The only thing that I worry about demonetizations is that they can block your video worldwide. That's another thing. It's like sometimes they demonetize and they block. That's the thing that I'm more scared about is like the blocking of the video, so you guys can't watch the replay. So that's the only thing that I'm a little worried about, but it's all good. You know, it's all good. It's all good. It should be fun. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate that. We'll be back tomorrow with some more gameplay live streams, all sorts of good stuff. And And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Great stream. Let's see here. Night, man. I got here mad late, but thanks for the laughs. Yeah, you got here at the best. Trust me, we weren't doing anything beforehand. If you were here for the last 20, 30 minutes, it was the funniest part. It was the funniest part of the stream. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Make sure you guys check out the videos. If you haven't checked out my latest videos for today, please make sure you do so. I will be linking them in the chat. So if you want my impressions, non-spoiler impressions of Damon Cross Machina impressions. So make sure you guys check that out. So if you haven't already done so, that's already up on the channel. You guys are liking that. That already has nearly 2,000 views. So I appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and link that for you guys. And then also, we had some Switch news with some stuff with Bayonetta and all that. So if you haven't seen that today, Dragon Quest 11, more information on that. Sorry, the video kind of played a little bit. So more information on that. So make sure you guys check out that as well. Because that was cool. So there was that. And also, if you haven't seen a lot of the videos for this week, make sure you guys check out all those as well. The PE podcast will be up pretty much right after I get off of this. I'm going to put up the PE podcast. So if you want to rewatch the PE podcast from last night, which that was crazy. We had Baron on. Baron was wilding out that night. Black Baron was wilding out. So if you want to watch Baron again on the PE podcast, make sure you guys check that out. That will be up tonight, so you guys can watch that. And yeah, we'll see you guys for the next one. Peace. Or should I say peace? Peace, guys. Peace, fellas. Go out there and eat all you want to. Have a lot of fun. You know, go out there, practice your voice acting. You can do a lot of cool things out there. You can live life the way that you want to live life and how nobody else wants to live life. So be you, have fun, and of course, make sure you watch Fat Albert. Buy all the seasons, every single one, Blu-ray, DVD, all that good stuff. All right then, guys. Peace.